Hello everybody! Welcome to the Super Janks. Oh my god, everything kind of worked out, sort of.
Amazing.
That worked out so much better than I was anticipating it working out. Oh my god.
Oh, sweet night, mother. I summon thee to this realm.
Thank you, Cicero. Very cool.
Oh, the night, mother.
Yes.
This is our jank. We are missing the dearly beloved A's today. Amelia is busy.
AmeliaSom.png.
We have Amelia.png. Oh boy.
Oh, boy.
I'm doing live tech in case everyone was wondering what's happening.
Oh, my face is very big.
Yeah, you're going very. Get a smaller head, Patrick. Oh my god.
No, I can't.
There we go.
Sorry, somebody asked me that once, and I picked the wrong one, and then I had to go back and reset everything.
Oh, that's valid.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot to get music. Let's get a new. Let's get a new tab.
While you're doing that, I would like to circle back on the end of last week and just
Yes.
defend myself a little bit.
Go
It has
on.
been discovered in the week since last episode that apparently I don't know how churches work. I wish
Like, at all. At all.
I wish that I had a better explanation for you. Australia is one of the most atheist countries on the planet, and I did not grow up surrounded by religion in any capacity. I don't understand how churches work. I didn't know that you could just walk into them. That feels like illegal.
Illegal. Illegal.
POV.
It has illegal
Christianity is
vibes. It has illegal vibes. Like
It's like a
trespassing
post
or
office
something.
with less security and more bigotry. That's what a church is.
So listen, I may have made some assumptions that I did not know were assumptions up until they were presented to me on a silver platter in the form of that scene.
So incredible.
This is a bit of a pickle.
Brooke heard the word Pope and was like, the Vatican, where it's like, this is a single small town.
More than just that. More than just that. It's not a small town. The thing is Brooke assumed that there was some sort of hierarchy that required, like the church was exclusive. You know, like you couldn't get in unless you knew somebody type situation, like kind of like a club for A-list celebrities. And more than that,
Is that not how cults work?
more than that, Brooke thought the way in was the Chipotle guy who had a stand.
It's a little bit of an exaggeration.
What
Take
is
it.
that though? Is it?
I'll take
Brooks.
it. I'll take it.
Brooke's assumption of a church is Studio 54.
I would like to say I think my assumptions about churches are far more entertaining.
They are.
I am not disagreeing.
I wish churches ran the way you seem to think they are. It would be much more exciting to have secret societies.
Secret Christianity disguised as Chipotle. Chipotle is a front for the Catholic Church, guys.
Stunning,
Yeah.
truly.
Ballad
truly
Boy.
stunning.
Ballad Boy says it was funny, so that's all that matters. You are right. You are right, Ballad Boy. Holy
Valid.
shit. That's so fucking
Hi,
funny.
Ballad.
I was like genuinely. I thought it was so funny. Oh my god. Anyway.
So, I have learned a little bit more since then. Not much. I have not received an education on how churches work, but I have
You
just
can
been
just
told
walk
that
in.
my initial assumptions were incorrect. So I'm just going to go ahead and make more.
I think the conversation we were having was like, you can't just go walk in and talk to the high priest. I'm like, that is exactly what you can do.
That
is
doesn't make
100%
sense to
what
me.
you can do.
You can't walk
They are-
into the Vatican and speak to the Pope.
Correct, but the Vatican is,
Vatican.
it's an institution that has had like hundreds
It's
of
different.
like thousands of years to
This
literally
one has a Pope
2,000
too.
years.
It's just
Yes.
That's
But
a
has been
title.
around for maybe like 10
It's a title. It's a new
years?
guy.
How am I supposed to know these things.
You're not. You're supposed to
You're
ask
not.
questions
And
rather
that's
than.
why
And I
put
was
it-
asking questions.
You were grilling the Chipotle guy. You were like, "Where are the drugs?" And he's like, "I sell Chipotle."
No, I wasn't grilling the Chipotle guy. And you know what I realized? Because I watched back that scene. I realized that Offbeat started calling the Chipotle guy they. And I get it. We're being gender inclusive and neutral in most
Right.
instances. But I feel like that should have been a clue that it was Z's. But our characters still don't know that it was Z's.
Only
So I am
Amelia
going to
does.
continue to be dumb.
Damn it, they're not here.
Yeah.
Oh, how useful that would have been.
Yeah.
Having someone who know. Danny, that
Dude,
is all
what
too.
is?
This is all too close.
Like, everything is fucked. I'm working off my data. I have a day left. I'm struggling, guys.
Let's.
There's no AC in this house. There's ants everywhere.
Danny
Danny is summoning Baba Yaga.
Danny is in the wilderness apparently, fighting for his life.
This land is a jungle.
Turn your back to me and towards the hot tut tut.
Okay. I'm trying to get Danny in any sort of frame here. Just.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
alright.
You fight
I'm
off the.
on the floor, guys. I have no chair because there are no outlets close enough to a table.
You
buddy.
fight those ants. This is one of the coldest opens.
They
This
got in my
definitely is.
food.
It's
I
great.
can't eat anything.
I do, however, like that you have kept your branding somehow and still have like red amber lighting.
No, that's just cause I'm sunburned. I'm not actually. I've
That
gone
is-
outside. I've been in a convention hall for the past 48 hours.
I
Yeah.
see. Well, we do have to start the stream at some point, and 15
Eventually.
minutes late sounds about right for me. Bro, we 10 minutes in and we spoke about everything but the game. You should have seen 7 Seas, man. I think our longest vamp was 30 minutes. We just dicked around. Because I was having a good time. Anyway, let's start this game. So, where we left off, a brief recap. All of our players are level 20. All of our players are gods. We have, introducing in camera order, we have Brooklyn Tuesday as Viari, God of Lies. We have That Great Gentleman. I'm hearing an echo. That's probably from Danny's ant farm. We have That Great Gentleman, aka Patrick Keefe, as Veda, god of Last Chances, and we have Daddy Phantom as a Godfried, a skeleton, god of penance. They're level 20s. These are all power builds. These are also all builds that they also are in control of 3 separate character sheets, which they can swap between events. When we last left off, we were introduced to some very interesting characters, one of which being Z's. Which was hilariously revealed via joke.
I love him.
Z's is
him.
I love Z's so much. Anyway, Z's is it's got an interesting let's just leave it a complicated relationship with A's. And A's was pretty ambiguous when it came to questioning, like, where did you meet them? Who is this person? Why do they know you? And A's was like, I don't know. And so eventually the rest of the party gave up on questioning A's, went into town, decided to grill a Chipotle guy for information as to how to enter a church.
Okay, one of us decided
As
that.
you do.
The answer is the front door.
I will never live this down.
No, you won't.
No.
I refuse to let you live this down. This is too funny. All the same.
Good a bit.
You know what? You take it in stride, and that's what counts. After that, they managed to sneakily try and pin the blame on a witch character, which they came up as a ruse for why the cover was blown, and said that Godfrey, the skeleton, was in fact transformed into a skeleton by said witch, who's a false prophet situation. If this sounds convoluted, it is. My apologies. It's not gonna get better.
There's a zealous religious cult. They took our skeleton member as like a cursed individual. We had to transform to speak into the crowd. I think it's pretty straightforward.
They didn't really take him as a cursed individual. That one was me too.
That one was
Godfrey
also
has
Viari.
no idea what's going on.
They
We
were
might be a
perfectly
flop.
willing.
I'm a skeleton.
The
What
thing
can I
is,
do?
These people
I
were
will default to making up a story, and it's not always helpful. is the
Godfrey
thing.
has
But
no
we
idea
love
what's
that.
happening, but because of Viari, he just agrees with everything because he's like, it could be Viari. I have no idea.
And so, as they were dragging Godfrey into the church to be saved, I guess with Viari and Feda in tow, A's from another crowd looks at this rabble-rousing crowd and sees Z's masquerading as the Chipotle guy. With a wink and a smile, we pan the camera inside of the church.
I'm going to form a telepathic link with Feda. And and then Godfried and like just relay the same thing. All right, guys. This could have gone a little bit better, but I reckon we just play it cool. We try to talk our way out of it, and if shit hits the fan, then we just like throw down a darkness spell, and we skedaddle.
I'll kill
Have-
people.
Devil's si- I don't know if we can actually. I think we've just walked into like a really bad place. But
I'll kill them.
I
None of
appreciate
them
it.
are
It's the
above
thing
level
that you
20.
really want to do.
Right.
There's
What was the
3 of
last-
us.
Okay, great plan of the plan. Good plan. What was the last part you said? That's like sort of integral to the entire thing?
I didn't hear that.
Which part?
The last part of the plan. Throwing the darkness down because we all have what?
Devil's sight?
Oh, do I have devil sight right now? I'm not sure.
Do
Let me
you
go
guys
check.
not have devil's sight right
I'm
now? I
not
can grab
done.
you. I can
Let's
grab
check
you.
it.
I will do it. Sim and I both have. All right, Sim's in the crowd somewhere. Sim and I both have.
This seems like an
devil's sight.
awfully long conversation for a doorway. You guys get thrust
We're
inside.
continually. We're still.
You guys get thrust
our
inside.
brains.
You guys can be like thinking all of this, but whoosh, you guys get brought inside of this place. And as you look around, a few things strike you immediately. First of all, more gold. Tons more gold. There is so much.
Morbius gold.
Do not mention Morbius. It will break my concentration because its morphing time is very
More
funny.
billion pieces of gold.
There's a more billion pieces of gold everywhere. You guys look around and there's so much gold. And more importantly, on all of the walls in the cardinal directions, north, east, south, and west, there is a sun. And in southeast, southwest, northeast, northwest, there's a moon. In the corners, basically, of the room. And as you guys are brought in to the center, Chipotle guy rushes out from the crowd and says, "All right, I'm gonna go get the bishop," and sprints away.
Okay.
Feda.
Yes, sir. Of course, Sonny. Thank you very much. We would like to assist our
Feda.
friend.
There's
I'm
about
making telepath-
there's about 30 people who've crowded in here currently. All eyes are on you.
I'm going
Feda.
to telepathically
get-
communicate that I do have devil sight and that I will kill someone.
Brilliant.
Feda.
Just somebody take me with you.
Feda, I need to. I'm gonna get the sim to cause a distraction. I need you
Sure.
to activate your Mizium apparatus and cast Nistel's magic aura and make all of us look non-magical and Godfrey look magically cursed.
Sure.
Okay?
What level?
I think it's like level 2 or something.
That's fine. Cool. That's easily done.
All right,
And
cool. But we
what
need
am
the
I making
distraction.
Godfrey look like?
No, you just need to make him look like the only one of us that's got any magic on him.
Right. So no magic, me or you.
Yes.
Beautiful.
And I'm
Got it. Done.
And I'm gonna make Sim cause a distraction. I am gonna have Sim, who is wearing a different face, like skirt around the side of the crowd. And now I have
Quick-
to think of a distraction. Yeah.
While you're doing that, quick reminder: I am currently an elderly dragonborn. Fiari, I think, is a little girl.
Yeah, I'm like a 17-year-old, like
Yeah.
teenage-looking. Yeah.
Yep. And her simulation is currently causing a distraction. Mine, which I believe is still up, is out buying a kebab.
Awesome.
I
Why's your
forgot.
one? You
I forgot that I had him, and I was like, "Oh yeah, your simulacrum.
Important to
Mine's
note,
still up."
Nistel's magic aura does only target one person, so you would have to cast this 3 times.
No, just twice.
Just twice?
Yes. So 12 seconds is the most that we would need.
Okay. Let me just quickly do it. Let me just quickly check because I
That
want
distraction
to
needs
look.
about 12
Concentration?
seconds.
I want to look at this thing and be sure. You place an illusion on a creature or object you touch, so that divination spells reveal false information about it. So it's creature or object. That's a single target. When a creature, so you have to touch all. You have to target yourself. You have to then cast it at Brooke, and then you have to cast it at Danny. That is 3 separate casts.
We are not.
Is that gonna
casting
not
it.
affect our magic items?
You
Is
can.
that
I will say that
It would have to
because it
affect
says
them
creature, I'm going
individually.
to allow it. I'm going to say that it will affect everything
it's a
on the
bubble.
person.
Cool.
Okay.
But that would
Alright,
need 3 casts. That means you need. That means you need 18 seconds of a distraction.
We are not casting it on Godfried because we want Godfried to look magical. We want us to seem like completely normal folk.
Yeah,
to
but will it
sell
just
the
light up
story.
his equipment though, and will it not light up him?
I feel like, and this is just a pitch, I feel like a living skeleton that is not classified as undead is a magical entity in some sort
If
of.
they detect magic and he's not a magical entity, we have messed
We
it
have a
up.
lot to talk about in that case.
I apparently don't have the best distraction spells. So I
Do you want me
think
to just burn through my spells?
I'm going to. No,
Oh,
we don't want
no!
that.
Oh, Danny died.
Hi, Danny.
All right.
Danny died.
I can have my
We can do this,
simulacrum
it's fine.
throw down like a darkness spell or a hypnotic pattern. Hypnotic pattern's not going to be super useful right now. God, these are really not good distraction spells. Darkness maybe, and then like make a lot of sound inside it. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'm gonna have my simulacrum like skirt around to the edge of the room somewhere that's sort of like out of the way and throw down a darkness spell and then make like lots of horrifying like prestidigitation spooky sounds around the inside of the spell.
This is not what we talked about in the plan, so there is a moment where Fada's like, oh god, someone else is fucking with us. There is definitely a
Fada,
moment
Sim's
of
causing a
panic.
distraction.
Uh,
Use your apparatus. Fada?
Sorry. Oh, yes, hello, silly, yes, right, no, we're talking inside our brains, of course.
Yes.
Yeah, nope, sounds good, Sim's causing distraction. Where am I?
No. The darkness spell isn't on. Oh, wait,
it's
no.
just
It could be
everybody
on her. No. We don't want to cause. No. It's off to the side. It's away from us. We don't want to cause suspicion.
Where is this away
It's
from
away.
us?
It's away. I don't
Where?
know, off to the side. It's in. We're in a church. Please tell me the room is big. You said it was a big cathedral. All right. It's by.
So at this point, I would like to offer to the class,
Yeah.
let the dungeon master finish his explanation of the room
Sounds good.
prior to enacting plans.
I like this. I like that a lot. It's good. It's good stuff.
The room, and if you need information, ask clarifying questions, such as,
Rather
how
just
big is
assume.
the room? For example, this room is 50 feet by 50 feet large.
Got it.
Okay, so where is this darkness?
Wherever we are, away from that.
You guys are in the center of the room.
Ooh.
Okay, over by the door.
Okay, it is over by the door. As this happens, this darkness happens. Panic, pandemonium.
Good. Yes.
People start freaking out, and they start thinking that everyone's a bit of a witch, and you've caused a brawl.
Brilliant. So Fada is going to reach out, grab Godfried off of like wherever he is being held aloft. He's like, we must get protection from the sun god. Where is the high priest? And is like, get the fuck out of here, come on. And just drags Godfried with me, and is doing I'm doing my best to dodge blows as we go. Anybody who's throwing like a
Are we
wild
sticking to the ruse? Are we
Make-
sticking to the ruse?
Make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Okay. Oh no. That is a 12.
You take a few wide swings. These are basically commoners. But you take 10 bludgeoning damage from just like several arms just flailing at each other, freaking out, just frantic screams. It seems like this is going to be a full scale, just like I think there could be a massacre. But before it gets too out of hand,
Did you cast the spells?
are you gonna cast the spells?
Yes. One while everybody is freaking out.
Yeah.
I am going to activate my Misium apparatus. So it starts sparking, and I'll probably spark it up and everything, and then go and like punch somebody as I will use subtle spell.
Okay.
To hold my heart and be like and cast it on myself.
Okay.
And then I will reach out and I will touch Viari and cast it on her as well.
Okay.
And that is 2 level 2 spell slots down, I believe.
Okay. Oh, Danny's back.
Okay.
Danny's back. Are we casting it on Godfrey? Or are we just letting him light up? Or do we want it to
him
do the
light-
opposite?
No, cast it on him. Cast it on him. We want him to
I
light
will
up.
then, if I can, like elbow another person in the face and cast it on Godfrey.
All right.
Just to be sure.
So as all of this happens, the plan goes off with so many hitches, but it's off. All of this happens all at once, and then a bishop walks in. And a few things of note about the bishops that immediately strike you. Long flowing robes, gold inlay across all of like the seams. It seems like lots of gold thread, lots of fabric work that's made of goddess of gold. The cloaks themselves are made of kind of like this, I want to say like beige almost, like a very light cream color. And their designs are these swirling miasmas that whirl into the center of their chests into a bright golden sun. The bishop and over top of and this one is wearing a crown, not the crown that you were told about, but a crown. Hands covering the eyes, and a simple sort of diadem over the forehead. With a flash, calm emotions is cast, and dispel magic is cast on the darkness.
Okay.
What has happened here? My goodness.
I don't know.
Who? Oh!
Listen, my consciousness left my body for like, I think, was that 12 seconds?
Apparently, yes.
Well, I don't know what happened. I blinked really long, and now I'm here.
As you guys look out to the room, there are about 10 people who are on the ground unconscious, bleeding.
Oh my god.
Through the neural link, I think a couple of those were me, and I feel real bad about it.
That was 12 seconds. What happened in 12 seconds?
A lot can happen in 20 seconds.
Someone
Godfrey.
cast darkness to a crazed fanatical group right on top of them.
Over a cursed skeleton, someone cast darkness on a holy zealotous church.
Who worships the sun, yes.
Yes.
I want us to think about this for a second. And
The
think about who
We
did it. I
did.
wasn't
This
here,
was the
but I
best
know who
option.
did it.
I
I wasn't here, but I know.
The bishop
Because
immediately.
someone doesn't know how a fucking church works.
The bishop immediately looks at this happening and goes, "Oh my, quick, bring in the clerics." You notice that Chipotle guy is nowhere to be seen. Back with the bishop, and with this bishop saying, "Bring in the clerics." Just a parade of clerics comes in with stretchers and they begin pulling people in to help them receive healing. Out of those 10, It looks like 3 won't make it. Or unless they receive very serious revivication.
I was gone for 12 seconds, and you killed 3 people. Usually we're only able to kill, like, 2 in 2 turns.
Godfrey, do you know Revivify?
I'm gonna have
Yes?
Sim.
Cool. Sorry, you go.
Sim's gonna run up and use the minor wish.
With the face that everyone saw cast.
With a different face than
Okay. I was just checking.
a different face.
A different face. And what are they gonna cast? They're just gonna run up, no explanation.
Ray. Well, Revivify's the quick one. So they're gonna cast Revivify, and they're just gonna be like, "I can help. I have this like, this thing that will let me do the like grab the necklace and just be like."
Before you cast,
Wait,
they
what
immediately
happened?
the bishop grabs your hand, takes the ring off of your finger. Now, where did you get this, young lady?
Oh, I got it from a jewelry store in the next town over.
Deception check.
Okay. That is gonna be a 35.
You succeed. I suggest that you return this immediately. This is an eldritch and arcane artifact that will bring destruction to you. He puts it into your hand and closes it. We will revivify the lost.
Okay.
I know Revivify.
You are a skeleton. We will assess what this means.
And?
The bishop closes your hand like classic sort of like places it and give it a pat and sends your simulacrum out the door.
Thank you.
Now, you 3. This has been a most frightening day. We always knew the moon would attempt to eclipse the sun, but it seems as though it is coming very soon now. These frantic attacks on our town have become more severe recently.
I thought this would be a safe place.
Oh, bless your heart. We have been so terrified for the past 20 minutes, and then you show up and you just fix everything.
Well,
Thank
first,
you.
the cleric first takes their eyes and uncovers them with the mask, and you notice that instead of eyes, this bishop has bright glowing orbs instead of eyes, and gazes upon you all.
Oh shit.
Looking at you all. I notice that you two are mundane. And this skeleton. Now, what magic exactly? And with Nistel's magic aura, let me just read it one last time.
Because if I can choose the school of magic,
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna go with not necromancy. I would go with transmutation.
Okay, so you've chosen transmutation.
I would choose transmutation for Godfried because I feel like that it's like if it's necromancy, it's like, oh, he's evil. But if it's transmutation, it's like somebody's transformed him into a skeleton.
I see. Some sort of polymorph. Perhaps a true polymorph.
Oh
Not-
no.
Not something a dispel magic can't fix. And they begin to cast dispel magic on Godfried.
Okay. Is there? Oh God. Hang on. Let me think for a second. What are the things that you can polymorph into? Can you polymorph into a guy?
Into
just a dude?
into a beast.
Just beasts.
Into beasts of equal of less than CR equal to level or less, I believe, is the ruling. I am unsure.
Okay.
So
That would be about it.
So
Could I transform Godfried into a dog?
right now?
What? That's Feta like it's like, all right, The moment that spell is over, transform him into a dog. What does that say? What do you think? And then he's
Do it.
he's like our pet, and they turned our pet into a skeleton. Beautiful, done. I'm gonna.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. So are you using subtle spell to cast that?
I don't know if I can. Oh, nope. Sorry. my
You
cat is
better be
currently
able
trying
to, because otherwise
hang
you're
on.
going polymorphous
Oh, well.
bingus.
Yes, I have. Yes, I.
Guys, guys, I
think
have
I-
a better idea. I have a better idea.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna counterspell, subtle spell it.
Sure. Go
What?
for it.
Okay.
What? Hold on. You're going to counter spell, subtle spell, which is not a spell.
No, counterspell to
Well,
dispel magic. Subtle
Oh,
dispel.
okay.
I messed up some things last time. I want to make sure I'm getting this right because I need to subtle spell the thing that I did with the Mizium apparatus. because I
No,
was-
there was a distraction. People were in darkness and very confused. No one
Then
was really
yes, I
looking
can
at you.
absolutely transform him into a dog. I can
Okay,
absolutely
so
subtle spell
what
that.
plan are we going with? Are we going with counterspell or dog?
I think if you
I
turn
think
me into a
he-
Flip a
dog,
coin.
He's gonna see the magic.
If
He's
we-
gonna
if-
see the magic.
No, I can, but I can subtle spell it.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, if we go for the dog thing, he's gonna see the magic that, like, the polymorph that's on him. So I think that
Right,
that's
yeah,
not
no,
actually gonna
yeah,
solve our problem.
counterspell.
Yeah.
Counterspell? Okay. So,
Right. That sounds like a plan.
all right. So in a split second,
Oh.
expert negotiation skills happen.
Yeah.
like,
Dog or
drinking
dog or
noises.
counterspell. Counterspell. Go.
Counterspell.
Okay.
What the dog doing?
So, you're trying to counterspell this dispel magic. What level are you casting your counterspell at?
I will counterspell at motherfucking 5th level.
5th. Okay. I need you to roll for it.
Okay. This priest ain't joking around. Bishop ain't budging.
So that is going to be roll a d20 and add your charisma modifier to the roll.
I'm good at that.
I don't like this. I don't like this reaction. I
Danny,
really
please.
hate this reaction. Danny.
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 Daniel.
Danny.
Daniel Ghost, please.
Danny.
Explain the role. No. You
Can I
could've
twin
wanted-
spell?
Can you what?
You twin spell?
Not twin spell, quicken spell. Sorry.
You're casting this as a reaction. I don't think you can.
Shut the fuck up.
All right.
What'd you roll? No, you guys went with a plan. You can't go back on the plan. What
I was gonna
happened?
say as a reaction to his failed reaction.
I got a 2 plus 7.
A 2 plus
Away
7?
from the mic.
My 2 plus 5 equals 7.
Away from the mic.
Danny,
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 I can't
away from the
understand.
mic.
2 plus 5 is equal to 7.
Oh.
Amazing.
The spell magic goes off,
Cool.
and the Nistel's magic aura is dispelled.
Cool.
Why is he
The-
still like that?
Did it work?
The priest is perplexed. I see
I
no
thought it
traces of magic on this skeleton.
Does that mean that he's gonna
Beta
be like
clocks
that
him
permanently?
mentally.
This shouldn't happen. At the very least, all skeletons are the result of necromancy. This is peculiar indeed. I suppose... He places his hands toward his mouth quickly. You three are involved in something. I do not know what.
I'm sorry. I'm a skeleton.
You are.
Why?
I wish I could tell you, young skeleton.
I have a
I'm afraid
name.
I don't
It
know
seems
what
like an
you mean.
oxymoron.
The priest looks at you three with great suspicion.
Hmm.
You guys have done pretty well with this ruse, so I'm gonna give you guys
Okay.
advantage on this. I need
Alright.
all of you to make a deception check.
Ooh, I have advantage.
Yeah,
With advantage.
yes.
Oh, I already have advantage. Never
Okay,
mind.
okay. Wait, is this something I can just choose to succeed on?
No, this isn't. I need you guys to add your scores together.
I got
Okay.
Okay. So
25.
25 for me, but this die rolled a 2.
Okay.
32.
25, 32, 31.
Not 21, not 31.
Okay, thank you. You all look positively, despite being 3 of the most suspicious people ever. Period.
That's just the players. That's not
Yeah.
even the characters.
The bishop looks at you all. I suppose I must do some thinking to the texts of the elucidating sun. I ask that you all stay in town, if you are not already. You hinted that you were travelers, Dragonborn.
Yes, we heard about the great sun, and we thought to seek it for safety, but it is clearly not as safe as we thought.
I see. The elucidating sun protects. Here, take these charms. He reaches inside his pocket, and he gives you all a necklace. And it's just a golden sun necklace. Places it in each of your hands.
Oh, bless your heart. Thank you so much, sir. Will we be able to find you in here if we
Yes,
come wandering in?
you may. That is how the church works. Our doors are open to all.
That's so good to know. I'm so glad to have this information freely available to me.
Would you like a pamphlet?
Pamphlet would probably be
Please,
good, yes,
please.
indeed.
Pulls out goes to his stand and takes out a pamphlet.
Thank you so much. What might your name be?
My name is Bishop Osiris.
Oh, pleasure to make your acquaintance, Bishop Osiris.
was that,
Honestly,
Winkowski?
thank you so much for your help.
Osiris is a god in Egyptian mythology. There's no relation.
Oh.
there genuinely
It's
isn't.
just a
I
name.
just like the name is just sick, and there's like there's some symbolism maybe that could play into the foreshadowing of the character. Anyway, Bishop Osiris gives you their name. They're not an older gentleman. They're like 40 to 50 years old maybe. They're just like they look like a reasonably. They just look like that's an adult.
Yeah.
You look at them and you're like, that is an adult person. Not matching the description of the exceedingly old Pope Bismarck.
Gotcha.
If there's anything I can do for you all, I can offer you free room and board at a local inn. Present them that necklace, and they should house you without any cost for now. And
Well, thank you so much. You've been so kind to us.
Yeah.
of course,
Beta almost kind of buckles under the weight of old age. It's like,
Thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you so much.
If there is
Not too
anything that
kind.
we can do for you, please just let us know.
well, there is something.
There
you see,
is?
you 3 clearly are involved in something far greater than your humble origins would suggest. I ask that I be able to check in on our skeleton. See if maybe we can find what the skeleton is that's in our closet. To turn a phrase.
Oh,
No, I
Oh,
came out
you're
a long
so
time
funny.
ago.
I
I
see
came
what
out
you're
a
talking
while ago.
Of
So-
course.
Right, yeah. We would like to take care of our friend here very, very much.
Yes.
Well, I shall be seeing you every day until I can figure out what exactly is afflicting this skeletal curse.
Of course.
And what-
Is there any particular time of day that you would like to come by? Perhaps between like 1 p.m. and 2 p.m.?
That
A
work-
specific time?
That is sadly when I'm going to be at church
Oh, that's
preaching.
fine. Yes, of
So
course.
how about instead we do an evening meeting, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m.
Ah, yes.
That
Wonderful.
sounds
So long as
fabulous.
there is a designated hour that we know you're coming.
Of course. And until then, beware the night. Good day. And
Thank you, thank you.
Thank
with
you.
a quick turn, the bishop strides out.
Cool. So
Fader?
let's go to the inn, right?
Yep. Fader,
Yep,
can you
yep.
just think luck
Mhm.
for us, please?
Yep,
Please.
absolutely. I can. Yep, that's.
Just send
mhm.
we're gonna send her thank you gifts.
Does like the baseball thing, or like
You
I'm
get
gonna,
get
the
like
bodies on the ground, are they dead?
they
What?
brought them. The clerics brought them. to get revivified and taken care of.
Okay.
So, as you guys leave, you guys once again in this, I called it a town. I realized that was not the right word. I should have said a like what we would consider a small city, but this is actually quite a large place. I should emphasize. You make
It's
your way
Providence, Rhode Island.
Yes.
No
You
one's
make
gonna understand that.
Yeah, you make your way out into this like smallish city-ish place, and feel a little bit worse for wear, but hey, you got to meet the bishop.
Guys, that was a little bit close. You know, last time that I was like dealing with a cult, when I like revealed that I was on the side of like, oh, let's overthrow your god or whatever,
Yep.
they were like all for it is the thing. So I was kind of, I think I walked into that one with different expectations. That guy was lying though, the Chipotle guy, but then he turned around and gave us in. Chipotle,
Yeah.
sorry, not Chipotle.
Right, exactly. No, I agree wholeheartedly. It's always a little strange with these religions because you never really know at what stage the people are at. These people seem to be at the beginning stages of fear and oppression. Eventually they'll get sick of it, but it might take some time and a little poking and prodding. Maybe in
Right.
different places.
Fader, I'm speaking to you telepathically. You don't need to put on the accent.
Right, sorry.
All
Fader's
right,
been
so
talking
that's
out.
who I
Fader's
was
been like
confused.
whispering. It's like
Godfrey
right,
had no idea which
right.
one was which.
probably better.
The entire time.
So where do you guys go?
I guess we gotta go to
To
an
the
inn,
inn, I
right?
think.
I want to get some chipotle stew.
Is he there?
We can
or
stop-
we walk by the stand?
Yeah, you guys can take a stop by the
is the
stand.
Chipotle
As
guy
you go back to check by the stand is missing. It's gone.
Right,
Magic
that's
chipotle.
not great. It's
Can we
not
roll an
great.
insight check as to maybe what happened to it?
Yes. Make an insight check. I will say with advantage due to your more you guys have dealt with supernatural things before. This is in your realm of expertise. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. No.
Bop.
That's a 19 for me.
That is also a 19 for me.
Okay.
Still gonna eat.
19 for Godfried. Godfried, you were not involved in this weird Chipotle interrogation. You saw this thing happen from a third-person perspective. You kind of watched it play out. The stand was an illusion. It is now entirely clear that it was an illusion.
It was a ruse. Do you
The
see
What do
it,
you
guys?
mean?
The Chipotle was real, though. There is, like, Chipotle stains on the ground.
Oh,
But,
wow.
like, the stand itself was an illusion.
so it's not there. The food's there. The food was real. The stand was fake, implying that the Chipotle man was lying to us.
Right. Correct.
Are the other stands real? I'm gonna investigate the other stands that are just sort of around.
Yeah, those ones are real.
I think Feta finds their simulacrum, walks up to them, has like a brief argument, and then like a conversation of where he got the kebab.
And there's like, guys, there's kebabs this way. You were right, Fiari.
Yeah. It's just like, I don't know, you know, first mission back or whatever, and like the very first thing went really bad.
Well, obviously we're dealing with something on a larger scale than what we thought. There's obviously intervention of some kind. If we were able to be deceived by a Chipotle stand, something more is at play than what we thought.
It was
I
good
wouldn't
Chipotle.
blame it on our insufficiency, but more on the actions of people trying to fuck with us.
It's entirely possible. And looking on a bit to the brighter side, we did. Oh, Peter, you just pointing to yourself, but it's like I'm the one trying to fuck with you.
Yeah.
Um,
In case you were confused, it's me. I'm fucking with you.
He's the comedic genius.
Diari, on the brighter side, it could have gone worse. Screw you. So,
To God.
yeah, it could have gone worse. We're still sort of having an in with the church.
Where's A's?
I will say it's normal for you guys, for one of you guys to just like disappear when you're on mission. It's just kind of like, it's kind of just like, oh, where's Ace? Oh, Ace probably had to go do something. It's kind of like normal for you guys to drop in and out even when you're doing missions. So
Right.
it's not something that would be particular that really needs addressing.
Never mind, that's been retconned.
I don't know what you're talking about, but that
Me neither.
sentence definitely was, unless the sentence was. Anyway, we still have an in with the church. We had a meeting with the bishop, who is fairly high up, and
And they're going to be
they're
going to be talking to us at least every day.
Right, we've presented them with such a mystery that hopefully it will draw out the person that we're trying to get hold of. If this presents too much of a challenge for the bishop, the Pope's probably going to get involved. And having a singular place where we could meet with him alone in private, away from the public, provides us some ample opportunities.
Don't get me wrong. I agree. We're not in the worst position, but someone else is here, and I spoke telepathically to them. So that is not the best, but what we can do is use our simulacrums to set up the bishop, maybe.
Right.
We can. It lasts for 24 hours, that spell.
Yeah. Can you?
Yeah.
don't
Can
know.
I?
Could you tell if they're nearby?
Whoever the illusion person was.
Right. The Chipotle man.
I might be able to. You might be better at this with your museum apparatus. I do have minor wish. It's just, we can. Is there, if I search around, is there like an item, like an object or something that would help us scry on someone, or?
There's Chipotle.
Oh,
That's-
well, yeah, I was saying that, like, because if you still, what did you use to, like, communicate with them telepathically?
That's just a thing I do.
It's a,
Oh,
a race feature.
Got you. I didn't know if they had used Rory's. And if
Rary's
they did,
something,
then
yeah.
it's like, and then it's like, oh, well, that lasts for 24 hours. You should just, like, ping them, and if we can do that like a
No.
radar thing, but that doesn't work.
All right, let's head back to that to the inn or whatever. I'm gonna get Sim to follow invisibly and see if we have a tail. And can your simulacrum become invisible? Might be worth having 2 scouts.
You know, that's a great question. I don't believe. I don't have greater invisibility prepared.
Do you have regular invisibility?
Not. But he and I could cast it on him through
That's
the
true.
museum
It's
apparatus.
it's only a 2nd level spell.
Right.
That would make the DC 14, which you auto succeed on because you've got a plus 16.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, that would be good. And I'm just gonna have a quick look out for. Does it look like we're being watched or followed? But I want to like subtly sort of like take a look around as we're heading towards the.
I'll
hotel.
say
the
you've done a number of missions. You can scope an area without looking too suspicious. Make a perception check, please.
Okay.
Also, Feta, you can do all the bookwork of casting invisibility on your.
Yeah,
simulacrum.
I think I'll duck into an alley real quick and just like, all right,
Yeah, I'll assume you do it
Set
with
that
a
up.
reasonable degree of skill.
cool.
Um,
All right, and yes, then
And Godfried is still a skeleton.
Godfrey is still a skeleton.
yes. Well, it's Sim and F Sim,
22.
Theta Sim.
Sorry, what was that, Brooke?
22.
22. So, Viari, you look around, and for a few things that you notice. First of all, you've attracted a lot of attention, which you are not necessarily used to be dealing mostly with espionage on your missions. You're traveling with a skeleton. There was literally a brawl at the foot of the church. There was blood dripping out of it. It is an unsightly scene, and you guys were seen leaving it with a skeleton. So you've attracted, I wouldn't want to say it is intentionally like looking for you eyes, but there are people that are definitely like looking over their shoulder at you, casting weird glances. You've attracted more attention than you might deem useful.
Right. At least we were allowed to leave the church. at least like that. There's that on our side.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And now we have covers as distractions that
We
are going to
do.
get us in with the church, and we can also switch faces and be elsewhere. The only problem is currently Godfried has one face.
Right.
With a
Godfried
bit
has,
of an issue.
Godfried has 0 faces. Godfried is a skeleton.
That is true. Thank you.
Thanks, Alistair, for correcting that one. But
You're welcome.
I
Godfrey
appreciate the
does not switch
difference. It
faces.
really means a lot.
You know, Alistair pops into all of your heads via a telepathic bond. Hi, I usually just set this up with Viari. Viari and I have this was on permanency, but I figured I may as well drop in. I can set you all up with a way to disguise your skeletal friend here, but it may cost you. Are you prepared to maybe strike a deal?
are we spending spell slots?
You will be spending spell slots at double the price for a regular disguise self. So it'd cost two level 2 spell slots.
Disguise spells self is a level 1 spell.
Oh, then 2 firsts.
Oh. And we could just cast it on, he could cast it on himself?
You could cast it on him.
That's not how disguise self works.
Well, this is how this one works. It is a targeted disguise self that you can cast on other people, specifically Godfrey. This is a deal. Do you want it or not?
That sounds like a pretty good deal.
Wait, hold up. Before we do that,
Mm-hmm.
we do have to think about the fact that we made a deal with the bishop to come and check on Godfried
Mm-hmm.
every
Oh,
day.
don't worry. I've already thought about this. So what you do is Viari can make a simulacrum. You can make a simulacrum. Viari make a simulacrum of Feda. Feda make a simulacrum of VR. And now with that simulacrum has their 9th level slot still. That simulacrum can then cast it on Feda. And you can make a seemingly infinite number of Fedas. All you then have to do is cast the special disguise self on one of the Fedas to make them look like Godfried.
Well, we wouldn't even need the special
Yeah.
disguise self at that point because it could just do it to itself.
Or you could just cast it on Godfried. You know, there's lots of options.
Thank you, Alistair.
You're
We'll
welcome.
keep that in our back pocket for sure.
Also,
It's a good plan.
Also, can we just address what happened there in the church just a little bit? Let's just try and keep collateral damage to a minimum in future missions, okay? Just
Nobody died.
just a
Sorry, Al.
that's not true. 3 people died, but they're getting brought back. It's a clerical error. So let's just clerical error, Garrett. Anyway, I would like for
We did. Thank you.
Yes.
let's just keep this a little bit more low key in the future.
I did nothing.
I'm sorry, Al.
Surprisingly, that is true, Godfried.
Wow.
That's okay. That's okay. Just remember, espionage, secrecy. You know, gather information. Right? You guys are in unknown territory with an unknown god with unknown combatants. I've already sensed the interference of at least one chaos god in your presence. Chaos gods
That's
make
what
things infinitely more difficult.
So we were right.
I cannot stress this enough. You have to be very, very cautious. I don't know if the interference of the Chaos God is from this sun cult, if there is a third party who I have yet to figure out, but I need you all to be very cautious in the future. I realize that this was a bit of an accident, and, accidents happen, but I cannot stress enough how difficult this can get if you are not very careful, because Chaos Gods are very good at making things difficult.
Understood.
No problem. All right. Have a good day. Let me know about that. Do you want that disguise self deal? I can strike it right now.
Yes, please.
Okay. Who am I giving this to? I can only give out one. Is it going to be to
Feda.
Feda? Feda.
Sure.
All right.
2 down.
Feda, here you go. So for this deal, Feda, you may now cast disguise self as if it were a target spell on specifically Godfried.
Mhm.
However, it will cost 2 first level spell slots.
Got it.
I have a question off
It's a
the
pretty good deal.
Yes?
very good
detect
deal.
evil and good. Does that work on the alignment scale of evil and good, or does it work on the scale because we're gods of order or lawfulness, lawful and chaotic?
Let me check. Is detect evil and good? If I remember correctly, it's like a kind of like a misnomer.
It's
the-
like finds Fae
Yeah,
or
it's
aberrant
undead
or
or whatever it
are
is.
undead within 30 feet of you.
It used to be evil
yeah.
and good in previous editions, but they changed it for 5th edition because good and evil got really blurry
Yeah, it's
as
still
far as
it's
alignments became less of a thing.
Yeah. Celestial, you can find I mean you can use it to find celestials.
Are we considered celestials?
You are considered celestials currently, no, but specifically in clerical, not for terms of like creature type.
Gotcha.
Right.
Okay. So if there was another like
On the
other
books.
god or
Yeah.
someone who made a deal with a god, would they also be considered celestial?
If it was another god, yes. If they're like you guys are technically gods, then you would find them. If you find
Okay.
someone who simply made a deal with a god, you would not find them.
Right.
Okay.
Like it wouldn't affect warlocks.
It wouldn't affect warlocks. It wouldn't affect clerics. It would affect specifically other gods.
I tried, guys. I tried.
Okay.
No, but that might come in handy later.
Yeah, if you guys can like.
That's good to know.
I'm going to subtle. Actually, I don't know that this is necessarily a subtle spell thing. Actually, if I can just like.
You guys are still in front
Charlie
of the Chipotle
into-
stand, by the way. You guys are still in front of the Chipotle
Oh, yeah.
stand.
We'll start walking towards wherever we were told the inn was. But can I like sleight of handedly like bamf Charlie into existence, but like invisible?
Sure.
Okay. Charlie,
Yeah.
could you please scout for us up ahead and just suss out? There is supposed to be an inn that we're going to, and can you just like check the room to make sure that there are any like surveillance things or anything like that?
Alright.
They're
Hidden cameras.
yes.
What's the kind?
Anything that's going to listen to
Don't
us,
worry
anything
about
that's going to watch us, anything like that, you know, the usual like rundown of the place kind of thing.
Alright, sounds good. Don't worry, got you. Formation C.
Formation C.
You watch as everything's formation C. Charlie, because his name's Charlie. He walks there. He walks forward, and you see the familiar sort of like flap of his wings brushing the dust on the ground as he takes to the skies, silently making his way towards it. You're very aware of where Charlie is. You've trained. You've done so many missions with him. You're not really even affected by his invisibility. After a few minutes, Charlie scouts inside.
So I found a few things. Not necessarily it's a surveillance situation, but keep in mind, everyone here is sort of like a whistleblower for the church. So if they notice anything hickey, they're gonna be getting suspicious and they're gonna start watching. If I was to be in the position of the church, they put you suspicious individuals in a place that could keep an eye on yous. So I would be making extra careful not to do anything suspicious once you enter into those inns. I might suggest coming up with some sort of way of communicating that doesn't require you meeting up too much or talking out in the open. Cause but I checked out all the rooms. There's nothing in there except old people, just or like young people in general, just like kind of hanging out. There's no cameras or nothing. Cameras, by the way, like a technological device of the future.
Oh, I
Is it
thought
like
that was
a-
like the little eye things that wizards cast.
No, that is scrying. It's a different situation.
Right. So it's like an auto scry.
It's like an auto scry, but it's something that you hold. It's like an eye that takes still images.
Is it like an artificer's device?
Yes, exactly.
Nice.
Gotcha.
Can we have one?
No,
Why?
because you don't have you are not registered for camera use. They're very dangerous.
Wait, so we can get access to camera
They're
use
dangerous?
eventually?
Once you get higher clearance.
Al,
What
Can I
department do we
hire
have to go
clearance?
through?
What department? You gotta go through the department. You gotta rank up in your godhood. You gotta acquire advanced technologies clearance. You guys currently do not have that clearance. That is
So it's part of the IT department.
yes, exactly.
All right. Well, IT are little nerds, and I'm gonna bully them until they give me one.
You have not met our IT department.
oh,
Bitches is
no.
what they are.
Godfrey, do you want to meet the ethics committee? They are the worst.
Ooh.
I am the ethics committee.
No.
feel like-
Hey, you are
That's
actually
not
not.
true.
You are not the ethics committee. You challenged the ethics committee.
I do.
I do like the
I'm
idea.
with the ethics committee in check. I'm the ethics of the ethics committee.
There is a.
Right,
I
go.
should let you guys know there is actually an ethics committee, and they go and they come after you guys do a mission, and they review the ethics of what happened, and then upon doing that, they come to a judgment of how it went, and they judge your overall ethical standing of
Are
your
you
actions.
sure I'm not the ethics committee? Because that sounds a lot like judgment and penance.
Theta breaks into a cold sweat.
They just make an opinion. You know, they don't actually cast judgment.
Act on it. They just be like,
They just go.
You're a nerd. And I'm just be like, you're a nerd.
Yeah. You are the
they always
action.
complain about my lies. It's really annoying.
What are they gonna do? Complain? File a report?
Yes, and then Alice will laughs about it
That's
later.
exactly like what they do.
Complain.
In fact,
I
it's their very
feel like I'm a
job
better ethics
description.
committee than the actual ethics committee.
Yeah. It's precisely.
I am not the job of the ethics.
You guys, is it safe to say you guys are gonna make it make your way towards the inn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys-
I
you
think
guys-
we're walking and talking at this point.
Yeah, you guys are all like jibber jabbering to yourselves, making your way to the inn. You get to the inn. Your inn is called Horizon. It's just a nice.
Everything's sun themed. It's weird, right?
It's like
I mean, the branding's down, but it's just, I don't know. It seems a bit excessive.
it's corporatized religion, all right? It's like Scientology.
At least they're consistent. I think that it helps when everything is labeled. So
You guys make your way inside Horizon. And sitting there is sitting at the front desk, the concierge, is a rather portly gentleman.
And he goes, "Oh my goodness, new guests. Hello, I am.
why, hello there.
This is my inn. Welcome. I appreciate new people always."
What a pleasure to make your acquaintance. My name is Violet, and these are my companions.
Yes, Farol. Good to meet you.
Is he not surprised that I'm a skeleton?
Surprisingly, no.
Folda Rolda Farolda.
For
Is my full name.
Hello?
Farolda.
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 I will put you down on the guest list, Farolda. And this is a skeleton.
Yes, this is our friend.
Oh, is this some sort of magic thing, like like animate dead? I've dealt with these before. Make sure you cast it in the morning.
Oh. Oh, no.
You're so funny. No, this was actually our friend. He was previously just a person, and then he just got cursed.
Oh, have you taken him to the church?
We
We
have. They
have-
were unable to help him, unfortunately,
Oh
and
my.
they sent us here because they felt that we could have accommodation. They gave us these necklaces.
Yes, indeed.
Upon looking at the necklaces, this guy immediately perks up. Eyes are just like demeanor changes. It looks like a shiver went down his spine. Right this way.
Thank you.
Gets
thank
down.
you.
Okay.
He gets down from a stool, and you quickly tell this is a halfling. He was sitting on a stool the whole time, and he's a very round halfling. He could almost roll, you know. And he just hurriedly waddles, leading you all to. Most of the rooms goes to a basement situation.
Right this way.
And
Oh,
Question: are there other rooms besides the basement?
there are.
I'm sorry. I'm
But
just
he's
a
taking
little
us to the
concerned
basement.
that you're taking us to the darkness.
Oh, no, don't worry. There is a complicated series of mirrors that guide the sun down to the basement. Do not worry, the sun's radiance touches all in this house.
Like
there
a
not-
laser beam.
Is there not just like a room with maybe some more windows that we could perhaps spend time in?
You can always spend time in the common room, but since you bear those medallions, I am inclined to offer you this space.
Can I insight check this guy?
Yes, you may.
Violet, let's perhaps just hear the gentleman out. Maybe it's quite a nice room. Maybe
19.
it's
19?
reserved.
So you do an insight check of this person. This guy's got no ill will towards you. This is not him trying to from an insight check like that, you quickly tell this is someone who is fearful of the church's power. You have presented him a symbol of the church's favor. He is trying to do his best in order to stay in that favor by offering you a room that he has deemed to be better than the rest. That is
We
what
get
he's
in the presidential
Uh-huh.
suite.
That is what he's trying to do.
Let's go.
All right.
Okay.
As we're entering the basement, I'm gonna Godfrey hasn't said anything yet, so he's gonna look down at this guy and lean over really close and just bring out his massive gloved hand and pat him on the head like a little baby.
He's very confused with how to feel. You see a million emotions cross his face, and he settles on
That
like
is a mark
content.
of honor, what he just did to you.
He was a knight, as you can see by his gleaming armor.
Yeah. He served the sun god. Obviously, everyone does.
You see him like
Theta says nothing.
just like straight
I've
back.
only ever seen him do that to like 5 people in my entire life.
Deception
honestly.
check. This lie kept going. I was gonna let you pass it. Deception check.
That is going to be a 31.
A 31?
Yeah.
Yeah, you succeed. You get add another one to your spell save DC.
Oh, yeah.
You know your whole
Wait, did the
ability.
one earlier count?
On whom?
The church, at the church.
Yes.
The priest guy.
That was your simulacrum making the lie though, so your simulacrum gets the bonus.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Right.
So you all make your way downstairs into the basement. The pleased halfling leading the way.
This is the church suite. Only esteemed guests of the church or otherwise are allowed to stay here. I'm most happy I get to present it to all of you. My oh my.
Oh, that's so sweet of you. Thank you so much. You know, I'm so sorry for my skepticism earlier. As you can understand, it's so nerve-wracking being out of the light of the sun.
Oh, of course. And you watch as he kind of waddles over to the side of this room. And this room has got these massive. It's a pretty large chamber underneath. It's clearly it's almost larger than the inn itself. And you note a lot these pipes that lead upwards that connect to these glasswork like dishes. And with like a quick pull of some blinds, a little bit of dust falling. Light hits the mirrors, and they scatter all across the ceiling and light up the whole room quite nicely.
Like I said, the sun hits everywhere in Horizon.
That's
Well-
absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Very kind.
I have to say, I hear a lot of accents. Where exactly are you all from?
It's a bit of a complicated story, to be sure.
Mm-hmm.
We are
We-
from across the sea. We come
are-
on a long, arduous journey to venture to this town only for me to be fallen with a curse.
He's a bit of a poet, very overdramatic. Please forgive him.
We're travelers. We're all from different places originally. I'm from
The journey
Arcadia.
was so long and so hard.
Myself.
Stop
Okay.
redacting monologues to yourself, all right? It's going to be a while before you're on the stage yet. Anyway,
My bones are chilled with the air around me.
Talveron.
Talveron.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Well, it was nice to make your acquaintance. I'll have to brush up on my Arcadian and Talveronian accents.
Oh, we just speak common.
The accents, you know. I'm an impressionist. I do accents.
Oh, really? Oh,
Please, would you go?
All right.
Oh.
Young lady, say something.
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 oh, that's very good.
That was very close. That was very close.
Yes,
Yeah.
very good.
Thank you. A bit of an impressionist.
Oh, quite good. Yes.
Well,
lovely.
I hope
Lovely,
you
lovely.
enjoy your stay.
And you watch as this man waddles with like a little stip and a skep and
Insight.
insight away. Insight.
Brooke sees someone happy and immediately assumes
Thinks it
something's wrong
sees.
with them.
Got duped once.
17.
Duped once.
That's
Joe,
that's a
paranoid.
happy man.
Theta's not rolling in time.
I
It's just like,
specifically rolled insight too, not
ouch.
even deception.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, he's not deceiving you.
Right.
This insight check will tell you that there's no deception to be had. This is just someone who's happy and is wishing you a good stay.
This man is sus. I don't
Incredible.
trust him.
You trusted the
Incredible.
Chipotle guy, but not this man?
Brooke
No.
sees someone happy. Brooke.
I feel like
sus.
VR is just really bad at catching other people's lies and is only good at telling their
No,
own lies. So
I'm-
they're god tier at telling. So they're the god of lies, not the god of seeing lies.
No, here's the
act-
thing.
another god
I'm
for lies.
allowed to use my deception to tell if someone's lying
Yeah.
the way that I would insight, but I don't get the extra information that I would with insight. So I'm
Right.
good at telling if people are lying, but I never know what they're lying about. I just know that there's a lie in there somewhere.
Absolutely incredible.
Mhm. So you guys are now left alone in this room. It's a lovely room. There's lots like usual gold, but in this room in particular has lots of mirrors to bounce the light around as well. In order to make the room feel more spacious, a little more open, a little bit closer to the sky. Lots of elaborate tapestry, a lot of elaborate cloth work. It's a very audacious sort of place to stay. I will say that
Right.
much.
Immediately once we were left alone, doors closed. Theta is going to attempt to send a message in this room to VRA.
Send a message via. Let's just like cast the message spell.
Yeah,
sending.
just cast a message cantrip.
Okay.
Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Does it work?
It goes through.
Okay, beautiful. All right.
You know, I can just set up a. Oh, I got you. I got you.
Mm-hmm.
Good
Yep,
thinking, 99.
All right. Well, there's that. Anybody want to dispel magic just in case?
I'll do it.
Do you have detect magic, or can you activate it with your museum apparatus as a ritual?
I could probably do
can
it as a
activate
ritual.
it.
Yeah, for sure.
You can cast it as a ritual if it's prepared in your spell book. If you're a wizard,
Ah.
you cannot cast it as a ritual via museum apparatus. You can just cast the spell via museum apparatus.
Do you have detect magic? We're using a lot of your spell slots today, but you're a wizard,
We
so you get
are,
access
but
to all
it's
the good
fine.
spells. I'm really good in combat and in stealth.
So I can
Those are
cast it
my
as a
skills.
ritual if I have it, because I don't have it prepared for the day, but I'm pretty sure.
Is
I
it in
have
your
it
is it in your spell book? That's the
I am about to find out.
Wizards because Wizards of the Coast loves wizards. If it's just in your spell book at all, you can cast a ritual spell but you have to cast it as a ritual.
I do not have it in my spell book right now. No.
Uh-oh, no detect magic
I should.
for you.
I should.
I do
next
have
mission,
Dispel
that
magic.
is
Should I
something
just
we do.
dispel magic just cause?
On what?
The mirrors first off, and then just can I target the room in general or no?
You can target the mirrors and you can target the room in general, but those are two separate targets.
That's
That was
fine.
alright.
I'll use multiple spell slots.
All right. You target the mirrors, and a few things happen. As you target the mirrors,
Homeroom goes dark.
well, you target it. You target it with the spell. The spell's energy hits the mirrors. These are not ordinary mirrors.
Shit.
There's a ricochet effect, and it goes straight up, back to the sky.
I take all the
explained
mirrors.
the
I take all the
fractal layer
mirrors.
in too
I
much
take all the
detail
mirrors.
to you.
I take all the mirrors. I
It's
steal
not.
them.
It's not. This isn't the fractal layer. Don't worry. Don't worry.
This
I
is
take all the
okay.
mirrors. I take them all.
that's
For those who are wondering, Brooke is also a DM and has a lovely homebrew world which I'm currently playing in. There's this place called the Fractal Layer where spells can bounce around. This idea was based off of something that I've done previously for a boss fight in another campaign. Don't worry, I have not stolen your lovely Fractal Layer. That is yours.
Well, you can. It's not. I wasn't concerned that you'd stolen it. I was more concerned that I had to deal with it.
Oh. My
That's fair.
apologies. In which case, I may as well add one then. But no, what you do notice is that these mirrors upon Godfrey, because you cast the spell, I will allow you to go closer and make an investigation check, or a perception check, but you will get different information.
Okay, I'll do an investigation check.
Sounds good.
15.
15. Upon doing a 15 investigation check, these mirrors are not ordinary. It's very clear. An ordinary mirror, you would have targeted it and it would have happened. These mirrors are very, very clearly some sort of magical refraction mirrors. They are some sort of artifacted, created thing. They are not a standard entity. So, you now know what these mirrors look like, and upon a successful perception or investigation check, you can tell the party this information too. You guys can spot which mirrors these are.
Ooh, yeah. I will absolutely.
Sure.
Okay.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, just in the future.
Wait, well, Godfrey's got to tell the party this first. Are you going to
Yes.
tell the
I
party?
tell them that.
Okay, excellent.
Should we mark them
Can I
up?
take them?
You could take them, but you'd be a thief.
Maybe
Is that a
we
problem?
hold off on that until the end of the mission, because if we could get Al to.
But if I
like,
just make
craft
if I
us one.
cover my armor in them, imagine how funny it'll be if someone casts fireball at me.
Right, and that would be absolutely hilarious. But wouldn't it be far more practical to have Al craft you that set of armor than trying to jerry rig a bunch of pre-existing mirrors altogether?
But it's about the experience.
I understand, but it's also more paperwork for us, and we don't. I don't
Paperwork,
like.
paperwork.
I think they'd make a really cool shield, Godfried.
I think
I
it'd be an
reckon
amazing
that'd be
shield.
sharp.
Oh my god.
It's just like, oh, for fuck's sake.
But I do agree with Fader on waiting
I
until
will
the
ask
end of the
questions
mission.
about them. I will ask plenty of questions.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I want to make them.
And then does any one of us? I'm just gonna use, because what level is detect magic? Is that just a 1?
That detect magic is 2nd level, I believe. Am I right? I could be wrong. Let me look it up.
Detect?
Detect.
I thought it was first, but I could be
the 1st and 2nd level spells are all just like the same level in my head, except for like it's 1st level. You are right.
Okay, cool. Cool. Then I am just gonna use my Mizium apparatus to detect magic to see if there's any, because I know Charlie said that there wasn't any like scrying stuff, but I don't know if he knew about this room
Mm-hmm. So what? So you're
in
casting
particular.
Okay, so you cast detect magic, and you quickly, your eyes glow and glitter, and what you can see immediately in this room is that not only is there no scrying in this room is protected from scrying.
Ooh, good, very good.
Al, can you hear me?
I will relay that information to the.
Yeah, I
party.
can hear you. I can
Good.
definitely hear you, but it's definitely a little bit crackly. Looks like we're gonna be cruising here at an altitude of 50 feet.
Oh, we lost someone. Someone dear that we love. There he is. Okay.
I see. All right. Good to know. Good to know. All right. Well, we need to come up with a plan. First of all, we need to find information. Second of all, we need to scout the area. More information finding, but different information. We need to learn how churches work, I think, is part of the
You need to
problem.
learn how churches work. Is the primary thing. I don't think there's no we about that statement.
I was
Theta-
raised by a god. I didn't worship him. I think it's weird.
Yeah,
Can you
that
imagine
would
people
be.
worshiping your dad?
Yeah, that'd be pretty weird, honestly. I do think that this falls on me though for giving him a poor churchly education. Yeah,
I mean, don't get me wrong. I think it's definitely useful information in this very one specific set of circumstances. Otherwise, I feel like a lack of religion in her life probably served her for the best.
Oh yeah, for sure. I do think that the amount that we dealt with churches and cults should have let me know to maybe like I don't know.
At least a crash course.
Yeah, maybe a crash course on like the hierarchies of like standard stuff, you know.
Probably.
Yeah.
They were different, church to church, though.
They were. But there's like they all follow like basically the same standard model. 1 second, let me just quickly.
Okay, yeah, I'm tuned in now. Don't worry. I'm okay. That's better. That's better.
Okay, thanks.
Get the
Al,
frequencies
can
right
you-
or what?
Yeah. It's sort of.
My ring, or whatever, my necklace with the ring on it.
Hmm?
Can you make it look different while we're here?
Ooh. For a price, but yes.
What's the price?
I'm going to need you to spend an extra hit dice every day, every time you'd like to change its appearance.
All right, I can do that.
All right.
I feel like if you just change it the once into like the symbol of the sun god or whatever it is, then you should
Well,
probably. be
every
fine.
time you want to change it, you can cost a hit dice.
If I change it to look like this, and then I hold up the symbol of the sun god, is that going to affect you or the sun god in any kind of way?
No.
All right, cool.
Interesting point of fact, Al. They did seem to be aware of your sigil.
Oh.
Yeah.
What did they say?
Let us know
What did they say about it?
that it was some sort of eldritch invocation.
Ah, some sort of mysterious thing. They said it was like old magic, or old gods, old evil, old something or other. Then it was going to destroy the world. Was that what they said?
I think that was
Yeah.
probably the gist of it in fewer words, but yeah.
Yeah. You see, a lot of the newer religions, they know about people like me and Luck, and at some point they will know about you and you, Feda, and Viari and Godfrey. The point is that these religions see us as challenges to whatever they are, because a lot of the occults that we're dealing with are fake, and real gods pose real problems to fake religions. So this definitely confirms the conclusion that they are some sort of fake religion superimposed over a pre-existing faith. But
Right.
you said that they had a pope with power.
Theoretically, we met the bishop. Seemed like he wanted to help. I don't know. Seemed fairly altruistic. Didn't really look too further into it. We were trying to kind of get out of there at the time.
I see. Well, that's fine.
I will say some of their followers did seem like they genuinely did want to assist us in some way. So
A lot of good religions are guised with some sort of reasonable moralistic traditions.
Right.
But if they were aware of my sigil, and they were aware of gods of my caliber, that means that they know that they are knowingly misleading people. At least someone does. The bishops may not. The bishops may be too far down the hierarchy that they are not getting directly the words or orders from up above.
Right.
In fact, we may have a few assumptions that we might not know. Perhaps the Pope himself thinks they are getting direct messaging from the sun god.
So it's entirely possible that they have been led astray, that they really believe what they're doing is right,
Exactly.
and not knowingly following one of the Chaos Gods.
Exactly.
That complicates things, but all right.
It definitely does. All the same, So what was that, Viari? Viari?
Well, especially if, well, whoever the Chipotle guy was.
Oh yeah, Chipotle guy. That's a mysterious one. Did you catch?
Did you them?
Did I see them? I wasn't really paying attention, if I'm being entirely honest. I was doing some other paperwork. Even if I did, I don't necessarily. I see through your eyes when we're on this plane. I don't have my true sight. But I think it's fair to say that they were some sort of trickster or deviant.
Great, a real rapscallion.
A real rapscallion, if I ever did see one. All the same, what's a point of act? What's the course here?
We need information. So point of order. We're going to have to scout out this church. Take note of any of the important individuals who we manage to see, any security that we notice, and the daily workings and runnings of the church. We're also going to need to maintain a pretty constant line of communication with the bishop who is coming here. Bishop Osiris will be visiting us daily from 5 to 6 p.m. Now, I think that it's important that we have our simulacrums at a minimum set up here to sort of like look, ready to go. as us if we, how do I put this? So that it doesn't just look like we're coming back during the hours that we're supposed to meet him.
Right.
We're gonna have to get them looking.
It may be
I guess-
worthwhile making your simulacrums actually keeping them as what were their names that you gave them? Violet and Farah and Ferolda?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Keeping them as that entirely and not bringing them with you at all. Not just setting them up here, but telling them to live out basic lives as if they were Violet and Ferolda.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay.
But if we're going to do that, a couple points of order, we're going to need to be pretty regularly managing to touch base with them in some capacity so that we can continue casting the aura over them. We're also going to need to... I mean, the plus side of this is if we needed to cast our simulacrums on a separate day, like once they're cast, they're kind of permanent until they're killed or dispelled or whatever.
Right.
Here's the real problem. If the bishop comes and tries to continue to dispel our simulacrums while they are disguised as us, he could very well just get rid of a simulacrum.
Well,
Because simulacrums can be dispelled.
as long as you ensure that you keep that magic aura up over your simulacrums, and he has no reason to suspect that Violet
That
or
we're magic.
Ferolda
Oh, right.
are magical. Exactly. He should be fine. However,
Yes, but if he's doing it to Godfried.
if he's doing it to Godfried, he's going to be doing it to Godfried. But that means that whenever he does attempt to dispel whatever is afflicting fictional Godfried, you're going to need the real one there.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you have a
Right.
simulacrum Godfried. You got a logistical nightmare here. I'm jealous. Says the god of bureaucracy with Excel spreadsheet open.
Thanks, Al.
I mean, if we think about this in a realistic manner, we're going to have to need to leave here during the day anyway. I
We
think it's
are?
mainly during the. Well, yeah, of course, we have to go out. and
No,
eat
I'm agreeing
and-
with you.
Oh yes, we have to go out and eat. We have to go out and live our lives and not just live in fear. Theoretically, we feel safe here, right? Because the bishop is going to be doing everything. The bishop and the pope are going to be doing everything that they can to keep us safe.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's primarily during the evenings that we're going to have that issue. And if it's during the evenings, then I feel like once they leave after the 6 o'clock hour, we'll probably be okay just leaving ourselves here and then
Yeah.
going out and stealthing around.
I think...
Ideally, what I think the best course of action is continue to, I mean, we're not going to have to work that hard, but the bishop's going to continue to try and dispel whatever's cursing Godfrey. And as he continues to fail, he's going to want to start looking to higher powers, that being the Pope,
Yeah.
potentially. Once we get access to him, we can confront him.
I think that in the meantime, we need to be fishing for information.
Right.
We need to be... Our simulacrums need to be briefed. I mean, mine's pretty well briefed on these situations. I don't know how well yours is. Probably really well because of the revolution thing. But we need to be fishing for information and hopefully establishing a relationship with the bishop and the church. In the meantime, the rest of us can be, out and about doing whatever it is that we need to do, including, but not limited to, scouting that church. Charlie can get inside, and my simulacrum can also summon their own familiar. Their name is...
This is going to start hurting my head at some point. You know that, right?
something...
Al, I understand that you keep track of it. You've been at this a while, but I am not the god of listicles or the
Okay.
god of exponential forms.
Yeah, but this is how we always operate. Didn't you know that?
I did to an extent. I've just never really been on the planning end of it.
Oh, we're
I've
just
just sort
back
of
on
let-
mission. This is the same as usual.
Yeah, I've just sort of let you do your thing as far as this is concerned, but now I'm involved, and now I realize that I can create infinite forms of myself.
Is it
And
fair?
that is a terrifying concept.
Is it fair to
be
say
fair.
that? Is it fair to say that Godfried Viari and Feta, right, are going to be spending the rest of the eon planning out whatever capers they're going to be going on.
Yes.
Planning out, having minor existential crises, trying to comprehend exponential formulas. Yes.
Yeah. All right.
We also need to figure out who that mystery person is.
And as you guys plan throughout the evening, right before you guys decide that you go to bed, you hear a knock on your door. And we slide our way into break. We will be back in 15 minutes. So thank you all for watching the first half of Paperwork Pantheon. We will be back in 15 minutes. So grab some food, grab some drinks, and we will see you all then. But... And here we are. Hello. Welcome back, everybody. So we've had a lot of tech issues this stream, right? But that's okay. That's okay. That's fine. We're just gonna. I'm gonna introduce a mechanic early that I think, as fans of the Offbeat Outlaw YouTube are gonna like. Also, Ballad, if you are currently watching, do you mind? I just burped. Do you mind quickly sending a notification to the Discord, letting them know that we are back from break? Thank you, and I love you. Back with Viari, Gottfried, and Feda. Sitting there. I don't know what it is about your name, but it's just like my brain goes, Fida? Fido? That's not right. What is it? Feda. You have the energy of like a Labrador as well. It doesn't help. Anyway.
I'm sorry.
Feda and Viari and Gottfried are busy planning. They hear a knock on their door. You hear Feda, you hear a familiar voice from the other side. Sounds like Luck.
That can't be. Hang on, give me a second.
I'm
Shifts
gonna
back
switch into the 17-year-old's
Dragonborn.
face.
Yeah. Goes back into elderly Dragonborn, grabs his spear, turns it upside down so it's like the walking stick.
Mm-hmm.
Who is it? Yes?
Luck just like phases through the door. Sorry, I just wanted as a matter of formality.
Shit, God. All right.
It's really cool.
Hi.
Yeah,
So it is you?
Yeah. Kinda. This is just like an apparition of me. I'm not like actually here, but I needed to let you guys know about a deal you can make with me. You know, Alice was making all these deals. I figured I may as well introduce some of my deals, you know.
You upset that you weren't in on the game?
Frankly, yes. Luck just kind of like strolls down, quickly organizes the table, and then sets up basically like a miniature roulette, and spins it, and it just keeps spinning for a long time. All right. So, I'm going to introduce you guys a fun little game we can play. Every night when you guys go and sleep, you know, some nights there'll be times when the gods will wanted to talk to you, and some nights there'll be nothing. When there's nothing, I'll arrive, and I'll present a little gamble, a little game, you might even say. You can bet tomorrow's resources today against an encounter of my design. You'll be facing monsters that I have vanquished, or monsters I've captured, or entities that I have trapped into an infinitely small box. Overall, it might be a fun way for you all to get some extra resources, or potentially make things more interesting tomorrow. So, currently I see Gottfried is out like a light, and Ace is nowhere to be seen, so I guess it's just you two for today. Interested in taking me up on my offer? Luck, by the way, for the audience, is looks something like a 20-something-year-old old woman in a gray hoodie. And that's all with sandals and hat and like calf high socks, and that's all you're getting. So, how do you feel?
Sounds like a pretty good deal.
That sounds like a lot of fun, I'm not gonna lie.
Are we just like your entertainment?
Yes. And she flicks out these forms and slides them in front of you. They look like lottery tickets.
I've already signed it.
Why are you signing it? You've got to fill out the slots.
Oh.
Fill out.
Feda with his head in his hand.
Yeah. Fill out the slots that you're going to be offering, or resources in general. You can, you know, I even let you spend tomorrow's action surges today if you'd like. So just fill them out.
So just to be clear, really quick.
That it's a Scantron and VR is
Sigma fucking grind set. Viari goes into their final exam and signs their name in cursive.
With the best damn penmanship you have ever seen, because I was raised by Alistair, the god of bureaucracy and contracts, and he does not accept mediocre penmanship.
And good penmanship.
Fills nothing else out. Just signs across all of
Signs across the Scantron. Draws a little duck. So So mechanics wise, to remove, I
Yes,
already said it.
please.
So you also notice the gods just also can speak in meta. You guys can also speak in meta because you're gods. But and
we have a
it fits with
top-down view.
Yeah. But basically, anything that you would expend tomorrow, you can bet now. So like let's say and I allow action surges to be bet, but if it recovers on a short rest necessarily, unless it's a spell slot or an action surge, I do not allow you to bet it. But in the case of like someone like you, Pat, you can bet your long rest recovered spell slots today, and then the next day you would have that many extra spell slots that you bet. So you can if you bet. However, if you fail this encounter, those they're immediately burned for that day. As you wake up, they are burned. In the case of Brooklyn, because you are a warlock, you can expend Mystic Arcanums, and you can get an extra use of that Mystic Arcanum. Additionally, for spell slots, you can expend a number of spell slots, and that can reduce. You can say, I would like to bet this slot. If you bet that slot, you can that is either that changes your maximum number of spell slots that you can have access to. So that will either be, you'll either have 5 for the next day. If you bet 1, you'll either have 5 for the next day if you win, or 3 for the next day if you lose.
I see.
Okay. Okay.
Well, as much as I'd love to bet my 9th level Mystic Arcanum, we need that for our simulacrum. So I think we should keep it conservative this time to test the waters. I'm going to go for 1 spell slot because it's more impactful for me of the 4 that I get,
1 spell slot. Okay, so you're going to bet I'm just going to keep
What
track
level?
Mine are all 5th.
Right.
So because she's a warlock and all warlocks can bet their slots in this manner, because they recover on short rests, you bet the maximum number of slots you have for the day. So Viari in this case is betting that entire slot, and either they'll have 3 for the next day max or 5 for the next day max. So 1 slot.
I got you.
And Feda.
Do you want my insight on this one, or do you want to go for it?
I'll take your insight on it. Yeah.
I guess in terms of like your most useful slots, but also the slots that you can upcast the spells from, and upcasting is valuable. 3rd level slots tend to fit into that. You'll have like more slots for things like counterspell, dispel magic, that sort of thing. But also, if you lose those slots, upcasting them is generally beneficial anyway. So it's kind of helpful.
I think as a test the water situation, that's probably a good idea, considering that we don't know exactly, like we know that they're difficult situations, we just don't know quite how difficult. And I imagine the more we bet, that will translate.
Oh no, it's a gamble. I'm not gonna change the odds based on what you bet. Some days you'll get an easy encounter and just get free extra goods. Some days I'll be extra cruel and see what you'll lose.
Fair enough. I'll do a 3rd level.
I can't tell if
for
I
now.
love you or you terrify me.
That's the point. She gives you like a little like a love tap on the cheek. So for Feda, sorry, just to keep track, you are betting a 3rd level slot.
Yes.
Just the one? You have a lot more slots than me.
Fine, we'll do 2 3rd level.
2.
It's gonna really suck if we fail this.
Yes, Viari, yes it is. But you're always good at talking me into things.
I think 2's a safe number.
I think 2's a safe number as well. I think we'll be all right.
So with that, Luck sets up their little table, gives a little smile, and goes, "All right, I'll see you all tonight." Takes the roulette thing, leaves it spinning, and just puffs away.
Do we go into these encounters at full, or with what we've burned for the day?
At full. You go into them as if you have a long rest, and I will allow you to have your simulacrums up.
Okay.
Lovely.
Our simulacrums charged fully, like
if you just cast them. However, if you do go with this caveat, you yourself do not have your 9th level slot / Mystic Arcanum.
That is fair enough.
Hmm.
What time of day is it currently?
It's night. You guys spent all day planning. This means I will help work with you guys to come up with a plan.
Amazing. So are we like doing that off stream later, or are we doing that now?
Off stream later, and then for now, go the fuck to sleep.
Okay.
Cool.
No worries.
Taking that long rest.
All right, you guys enter.
Night, Charlie. Can you keep a lookout? Make sure that we don't like die or anything.
I always
darling.
do. I always
Thank you.
Thank you.
And so, with that bet being made, you go to sleep and you drift off into dreamland. But as you both drift off to sleep, Viari, this isn't a dream. You can't dream. But you are intensely aware that this isn't a dream, but still you see while you sleep.
I was really hoping it'd be a dream.
To Theta, this is almost completely indiscernible from a dream, except you are very aware of that you are alive right now. And as you wake,
dreaming.
Yeah, you wake in a space that music started to soon. You wake in a space that looks something like a coliseum, but with the spinning, like, golden lights of a casino, like a kaleidoscope dancing over the field. And Luck just like the laziest office chair atop. Welcome, challengers!
Hi, Luck.
Let's have some fun tonight!
Oh, boy.
And a crowd appears. Worshippers of Luck. They have their bets. They've all bet something on this fight. You hear people going 2-1 on the mortal gods, 3-1 on the monsters, now 5-1. You hear people screaming at each other. This is amped. Luck has orchestrated a pit fighting ring for you guys.
Jesus.
Can I quickly retcon, just before we went to sleep, spending a hit die to change the necklace so that it looks like the sun god one?
Of course.
So I doesn't have to do it tomorrow. Thank you. Okay.
And
cool.
As you guys enter into here, you look around at in this 100-foot radius circle coliseum. You're standing in the center, and before you see your opponent. Luck on an announcer. We found this old war god hidden behind some papers. They weren't actually a war god. They were more kind of just like a demigod who got a little big for his britches, but might be powerful. Let's have some fun. The hulking behemoth, 15 feet tall, roars to life. A visor of flame erupts. Horns that just go up and up and up. Spear, tower shield. They stomp and ready. Roll initiative.
Alrighty.
It's not like it'll have lair actions.
You fucking moron.
Brooklyn, I swear to God. Brooklyn.
Here's the thing, I'm also Offbeat's DM, so like, if they're too rough on us, I can just like take his cute little thistle, this adorable little wizard warlock fighter combo that he has, and start sticking pins in it.
Mm-hmm. It has lair actions.
It's gonna be a 5.
I rolled a 7 and I thought I was last.
Stop giving them ideas.
Oh wait, my simulacrum's gonna roll as well.
Your simulacrum doesn't roll initiative. It goes on your initiative.
Oh, right. Yeah.
You silly. You No, I got that wrong too. I'm not gonna blame you. Theta.
Yeah, I got it wrong because you got it wrong to me, and then I believed you, and then I have not managed to reconcile it in my brain ever since.
17.
Alrighty.
17 initiative.
We've got this, right?
Sure.
So,
We fought worse, I think.
50 feet in front of you.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a fan of arena fights.
50 feet in front of you, this warrior roars, spins their spear around their hand, and stamps it into the ground. Immediately, these hellfire chains wrap up, like lash up from the ground and attempt to wrap around you. I need dexterity saving throws from the both of you.
Got it.
You two are within 10 feet of... Oh, wait, there's no paladin. Never mind.
Ooh. 7.
Uh,
and my simulacrum.
Yep. Make sure you get your sims.
Yep. All right.
9.
All right. So, oh god, give me a second. 18 plus 8, 26 for me, and 21 for the simulacrum.
26 and 21. 21 is the save. So if you rolled less than a 21, you failed. So for those who failed, that is 11, 14, 15 fire damage as the flaming chains wrap around you, and you are restrained.
Oh no. All right.
That is the lair action. Theta, it is your turn.
Okay.
Reminder, this thing is 50 feet in front of you. It is a huge creature. It has a spear and a tower shield, and it looks very flamey.
Very flamey, you say? Okay.
Yep.
Well, that's not ideal.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Okay. Huge creature. I was hoping Viari would go first, but that's not the case.
You've got this.
I do, don't I?
You can try to... Oh, do my DC increases apply to these fights?
Yes, they do.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Lovely, lovely, lovely.
You can get some battlefield
righty.
control done, maybe?
Yep, absolutely. Alright, so first things first, I'm trying to find the spell. I'm trying so hard to find the spell.
What's the name of the spell?
It's the shadow shit.
Darkness?
No, I'm so sorry. It's the is it?
Sickening Radiance?
Is it not sickening? Is it sickening radiance?
Sickening Radiance
That's
is
the one
4th
that
level.
stacks exhaustion.
Yeah, sure. Let's throw a sickening radiance at it.
If we're up against a single enemy, it's probably going to be immune to exhaustion.
That's true. That's true. Thank you. No, what's the area of effect spell that we usually lay down? I can't think of it for some reason, and I'm not finding it on my sheet.
Trying to get the music.
Area of effect spell? Do you mean like...
Spirit Shroud?
Yes.
That's not it.
That's 3rd level.
Is it?
It's not an area of effect. You get a 10-foot aura in which if you hit with an attack spell, if you hit with an attack, you get an extra D8 or so of damage.
Thank you. In which case, yeah, Mizium Apparatus casts Spirit Shroud.
At which level?
Let's go 5th?
All right, I do believe you have to roll for that.
Yep. I believe I might.
I mean, you're gonna probably make it because I think you have to roll a 2 or something, but like.
Yeah, I rolled a 8, so 8 plus 16.
All right, you make it.
Which
You
is
cast
27.
Spirit Shroud. All right, that's your
Beautiful.
bonus action. What are you doing for your action?
Great question.
Reminder,
and so
your
this is an attack, correct?
if you're no, it's this. Spirit Shroud isn't in and of itself an attack. It buffs the
No,
damage.
but it buffs the damage of an attack.
Yes, and also keep in mind your simulacrum can act during your turn, however you wish. So just like a reminder.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Okay. Wish I had anything that could counter fire specifically. Let's go. All right. So what my simulacrum is going to do, and it's moving on my action, correct?
Yes, on your turn.
On my turn. All right. So my simulacrum is going to do, let's do hold monster at 7th level.
You can just cast it at its base level. It doesn't get
Oh, at
anything
its
about
base
casting.
level. Oh, okay, cool. Then yeah, then hold monster at, I believe, 3rd.
Okay.
Fifth
5th.
level.
Okay. That is an 8, so I'm gonna burn a legendary resistance.
Okay.
As you cast it, the spell like it briefly chains it, but it bursts through. That's
Good.
that-
No, yes, good.
So it's used its action. You still have your action and your simulacrum's
And my
bonus action.
Bonus action. Absolutely. All right. How do I free VRA?
I think
should
VRA
I
can,
even focus on that?
I-
Can VRA take care of herself?
if I can
at this-
offer some battle advice, Viari can
Yes,
probably
please.
handle himself, and also
Okay, cool.
restraining is not going to really matter to Viari all too much. I would focus on debuffing the enemy.
You got it.
Mm-hmm.
You got it. Alrighty. In which
Viari's got
case,
teleports. They're
Yes.
fine.
Have you used your bonus action yet?
my simulacrum still has its bonus action.
Do you want to slap one of those negative D6s onto this thing?
Yes, absolutely. I've been looking for it to see what it's called.
Unsettling words.
Unsettling words. Yes.
Yeah.
So my simulacrum bonus action, unsettling words.
Stupid failed god.
It looks perturbed. if a faceless
Yep.
fire demon could do that, but yes, I will keep. You roll the d6 now, by the way. So roll that d6
Okay,
and tell me how much I subtract.
Beautiful. You will subtract a 5.
Okay, -5 from the next save.
Beauteous.
And now your action.
And then my action, if I am going to try and debuff this thing.
Keep in mind, you've already cast a leveled spell this turn as a bonus action. Therefore, you cannot cast a leveled spell as an action this turn.
Correct, but I can use a cantrip. So let's do. I'm gonna do chill touch. So I'm gonna try and get in real close to this thing.
Chill
oh no,
touch
it's
has a
verbal,
range.
verbal and semantic.
120.
Yes.
It's got a range. Yep.
Oh, okay. Then I'm getting fuck far away from this thing. And I will cast chill touch.
Okay, are you sure you don't want to get within 10 feet? So is it an attack roll or a saving throw?
Chill touch, I believe, is. Brooke, you know this spell better than I do.
It is an attack roll.
Okay, then
no
I want
save.
to. Yeah, then I want to get in close to it. Sorry.
Excellent. Okay, so you move up. What's your movement speed? Is 50 feet away?
Yep, I am. My movement speed is 30.
Okay, so you can't get that extra
So,
10, sadly, but you do move up.
Unfortunately.
You move up 30. You move up 30, and then you cast the spell. Roll to hit.
You got it.
So this won't get the Spirit Shroud buff, but it will do some something. It will do something.
Nope. 16 plus 12, which is 28.
16 plus 12, 28. That hits. Roll your damage.
Beauteous.
And
All
also,
right.
this thing cannot heal until the start of your next turn. Or end, I don't remember.
All right, so that is 4d8 necrotic. Oh dear. Well, everything's freezing. I'm just gonna roll the 4d8 myself. That's just gonna be easier.
Have you turned off your hardware acceleration on Chrome?
I did not.
Okay. Just checking.
All right, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
10 damage. What type?
I rolled very low. Necrotic.
All right. So this this necrotic hand doesn't deal cold damage. Grips onto it, preventing it from healing, dealing extra damage. Feta, that is your turn.
Yep.
It is now a legendary action. You see this god spin the spear around again and stab it through its shield at each of your feet, around your simulacrums too. These spears jut up from the ground. I need dexterity saves from all.
Cool.
Can't.
You
Restrained.
instantly fail.
Is there anything I can do as a reaction for VRA? Oh,
No.
let's see if I can.
Danny is
Ooh,
having
okay.
internet troubles. Danny is gone for now. For those
Yeah.
asking.
Dex save for me is 17 plus 8 is 25, and then for the simulacrum is 12.
So what was yours?
25. Simulacrum is 12. Rolled a 4 on the die.
Ooh, so anyone who rolled less than a 20, mark down just for yourself and keep track of this. 3 bloody wounds.
Oh, this nonsense.
What does that mean?
This nonsense. I sat there and helped you work out the stupid mechanics for this.
Yes.
I'm so mad about this.
What is this?
A bloody wound. A bloody wound is a mechanic I've come up with. At the end of your turn, roll a number of d6s equal to the number of bloody wounds you have. So in this case, you have 3. After you've rolled the
Got
damage, double the number of bloody wounds. You may remove all bloody wounds upon receiving 10 points of healing.
Okay.
All right. I'll keep track as well, just in
Okay,
case.
so that was to my simulacrum.
Yeah, 3 on your sim. Yari and her sim and their sim has 3 as well.
Yep.
It is now War's turn. War is gonna look and playing smart, playing to kill. It's gonna completely ignore Feta. Feta's just gonna run past you. Are you gonna make an opportunity attack?
Absolutely.
All right. With what?
As you have Warcaster, you can cast a spell that as long as it only targets this thing, you can probably get off something like, for example, another hold monster.
I most certainly can. Yeah, I will absolutely do hold monster.
All right. So as it just barrels past you, laughing the whole time, just you
must
cast.
subtract the d6 number from
Yep.
save.
Subtract 5.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So subtract 5.
What is your DC?
My DC is 20, I believe.
As
Let me
that
double check that. Yep. Wisdom 20.
Okay, that is a 23 minus 5. That is an 18. So I will burn another legendary resistance.
Can my simulacrum also take an opportunity attack?
No, you didn't tell me that your
Okay.
simulacrum moved up with you.
That's fair. That's fair. I didn't realize how far that.
It will now. It's once again. It bursts through the chains. Clearly, you're getting to it, and it makes its way to Viari. All attack rolls will have advantage as you are restrained. It begins a combination of thrusts and strikes.
Me, I'm not even
Holy
a threat.
fuck! Why did I crit on the first roll? Okay.
Okay.
Offbeat outlaw. Rein in these attacks, please.
Got a oopsie. It's a 31. Why? It's another crit.
Buddy. My guy.
I rolled a 20 and a 1 for the advantage. Okay. And another 31 and a 32. Okay, so that's 2 crits. Oh my.
Oh my. What a shock. How convenient.
I did say these were challenging.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta get a dice roller for this. Whoopsie.
Question. If I use my minor wish in here, does it expend for the next day?
Doesn't affect it for the next day, no.
So my simulacrum and I could realistically use our things and it's not going to affect it in the real world.
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
These are all melee attacks.
Yes. Okay, so that first crit, 60 damage. As this
This is against me specifically?
against you specifically.
Okay.
As the spear cracks down on top of you. The second hit, 25. The third hit, as this was another crit, 47. Another big slam right onto your skull. And last hit. I rolled very, very low. I rolled a 18. Are you standing?
I had 17 hit points left. Oh wait, no. This was, hold on. Okay. I hadn't refreshed from the long rest, so technically this was at 162
Right.
initially,
This should be your
which it
full
should have been
health.
at 166 because that's my total hit points.
Yes.
So I have 4 more than I think I have.
Okay.
Okay, so I had 21, not 17, which
Okay.
means that I take 18,
Which means you're still up.
which means I have 3.
After this, wham!
Because I forgot to
wham,
long rest. That
wham.
was on.
Absolutely
Oh my
lays
God.
into you with this action.
Okay.
I will say though, those were crits, and so you now also will take 2 more wounds, bloody wounds. You now have 5 bloody wounds.
That's at the
Viari,
end of my turn, right?
yes, Viari, it is
Alright.
now your turn.
Am I within 5 feet of my simulacrum?
Yes.
Okay, so first point of order, my simulacrum is going to dimension door both of us away. The requirements for dimension door are simply that you must be within 5 feet of
Got
the other
you.
person. You don't need movement or anything. So simulacrum is going to, first of all, bamf us out of range.
If
About
I
100
could, counterspell. But
Counterspell.
Counterspell. My simulacrum counterspells because it still has its reaction.
excellent. Just gotta keep you honest. Gotta keep you
Yeah.
honest.
I have had it up to here with you. Okay, so my simulacrum's going to go ahead and do that.
All right.
That is its action. I am then. It is going to use. It's going to spend 2 meta magic points to make that its bonus action.
Okay.
It's then going to, as one action, it's going to use the minor wish feature,
Okay.
and it's going to cast heal on me. So I'm going to regain 70 hit points and
All your bloody wounds
does
heal.
The bloody yeah. Okay. Cool.
As you receive the healing, all of these serrated and gashes that eviscerate your flesh stitch up and close.
Amazing. That's good. Then it is going to. Okay, alright, yeah, I'm committed to this. No, I'm not. Okay, then I'm going to, it's going to action surge.
Okay.
And it's going to Eldritch Blast with its action. Now, on my turn, I am going to bonus action Spirit Shroud at 5th level.
Okay.
No, because I need to be, if I'm 100, I need to be within 10 feet. That's fine. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use, gosh darn it. I should have teleported closer.
I will allow you to retcon that. That's still on your turn.
Okay, yeah, I will be within 10 feet of it in that case. And then I'm going to bonus action Spirit Shroud, and then I'm going to go ahead and Fader, do you want me to use one of my actions to shut down the bleed effect this round, or shall I lay into it with as much damage as humanly possible?
Lay into it. I've got a plan. Because
Okay.
it was just my simulacrum that took it. So.
Okay, cool.
And he can do his own thing.
If that's the case, then I'm going to go ahead and action surge, start throwing hits at this thing. So I'm going to roll these as the first 8 hits are going to be from me.
Okay.
And then the next ones are going to be for my simulacrum, and they need to be differentiated because my simulacrum does not have Spirit Shroud. On theirs, they only have Agonizing Blast. One of those is a crit. To hit, that is going to be a 21.
All right. 21 hits.
Okay. The next one's gonna miss. That's a 1. The next one's a 20.
20
Not
hits.
bad.
The AC is 20.
Okay. Next one's gonna miss then. So that's 2 hits. The next one's a crit. So that's a hit, which is a crit. The next one is going to hit, miss, hit. In that case, 5 of those hit, and then the next 4 from my simulacrums. Action surge is going to be hit, hit, miss, hit. So that's another 3. So that is going to be 5 plus 3 is 8. 8 D10s and then 10 D8s. Yes. Plus how does maths work, please?
So how many hits?
A total of 8, so that's going to be plus 40. So 83 plus 40 is 123 points of damage. And that's everything that I can do with my turn.
123.
Slipping.
Slipping.
I had to. I'm sorry. Someone had me restrained. I had to get out of it.
Tacky.
Whatever.
I gotta like recontextualize my brain on how to do battle at this level.
Mine's more deciding whether or not to heal us was the problem,
Right.
and splitting the difference.
Right.
And my simulacrum is going to take, what is it in wounds?
Roll 3d6.
3d6, and then it's going to become 6d6 next turn. 1, 2, 3. It's not concentrating on anything, so this isn't too bad. That's 11 points of damage, so it is now taken 21 points of damage.
All right. Your simulacrum now has 6 wounds.
All right. Vader,
All
can you
right.
slap one of those save things on it as I back away 30 feet with my simulacrum?
Save things
The unsettling words.
Yeah.
on
Right.
the monster
Yes.
on war. Yeah, I can do another one of those.
Yeah.
Do they stack?
No, you're right. It's already been used up. You're the other one. It's on the first save that you make. That it makes.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So I need to do it again.
Yeah. Viari,
Also, luck, this was kind of bullshit.
why don't you describe why don't you describe your turn quickly?
Okay, cool. So, the very first thing is Sim has been here before. We have course of action that we take. Both of our forms just collapse into ink and just splatter everywhere across the pavement, and then like immediately reform about 10 feet away from this thing just behind it. Sim is then going to be like, okay, Viari, and like grab hold of me, drop a heal into me, get rid of my wounds. I jump up by 70 hit points, and then together I just snap up my Spirit Shroud, which is just like these inky shadowy things that just start like flitting about everywhere within 10 feet of me, and we both just start like eldritch blasting for our lives against this thing. And hope that it hurts.
That's one way to put it. It is now going to take a legendary action as all of this blasts into it. It gets knocked back by the force. I know I said 123. That's it. That's a lot, okay? For audience, that's a lot of damage. I just like to make fun of my players. But yeah, it's a lot of damage. But this creature is clearly not done. For its legendary action, it quickly whips up a ball of magic from its shield and blasts
Is it casting something?
It is casting something.
Counter spell.
All right. It's
5th
countered.
level. Amazing.
All right.
I didn't have any reactions left, so I was like, "That's all you, Brooke."
All right. Lair action. Back to the start of the round.
Okay.
I need everything currently with wounds on it to make a con save.
Oh, okay.
Oh no. That is going to be
21 for my simulacrum.
18 for mine.
11 plus 10.
21 and 18. Ooh, too low. Double the number of wounds.
Double.
So VR, your sim has 12. Feta, your sim has 6.
Yep.
Don't worry, I can handle this.
All right. Feta, your turn.
Okay, dear God.
Dear us.
Can I, dear gods, us, yes, indeed. All right. We need to get rid of these wounds. Who has wounds currently? It's the Sims, right? Simulacrums.
Yes.
Both of them.
Yes.
All right. Simulacrum is. Oh God, where are we? Because you guys are gone, right?
No, I'm 10 feet behind this thing.
You're 10 feet behind this thing. Okay,
Mhm.
cool. Yeah, Feta is gonna do their best to get like, I don't know, right around that area, not next to VRE, but within 10 feet of this thing.
Okay.
Simulacrum is going to bonus action healing word on itself.
How many points of healing does it get?
Let's find out.
Not gonna
Do you have
lie,
access to mass
I
cure
don't.
wounds?
A healing
I don't think.
healing word at
I
base
don't-
level does not have enough healing points to get rid of the bloody wounds. Healing
It's
word.
10 points of healing, right?
Yeah, but healing word can only do
1d4.
1d4 plus your modifier. What's your modifier? Unless you have a +6, and that's a max roll.
Give
It's
me a
using your
sec.
charisma, which is a +3, so you
Oh, okay.
can't
So
physically
then,
make it.
So unless
Okay,
you
so then I
upcast
would-
it.
so I would definitely, yeah, no. At that point, I would definitely upcast it. Can this please work? At that point, it would probably be at 4th level minimum.
Okay.
So 44 plus 3. Let's just do that. Physical dice. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 plus 3.
+3. 9 plus 3.
Yes.
The bloody wounds. Wait. You nearly had me there. Simulacrums can't receive healing unless they're in a special place.
Oh, I was unaware of that.
Yes, it is in the simulacrum ruling. You need a special place and 100 gold pieces worth of herbs.
Oh, okay. In which case, that doesn't happen.
I just remembered.
Do you have greater restoration or something? Is that gonna work?
I don't have greater restoration.
The
Can
only
you-
way to remove bloody wounds is with receiving healing. At least currently.
Yeah,
I may
I
change
got-
it later because that seems unbalanced for
I-
simulacrums. But for now, that's what it is.
Yeah. All right. Well, I have nothing to do with that then. In which case, telepathically, is banishment worth it?
That's not gonna win us this fight.
That's not going to win us this fight.
How much
Polymorph
damage
may
can
be
you dish
funny.
out right now?
We're going to find out.
Have you got a disintegrate up your sleeve? Maybe.
Nope. Nope, I do not.
All right.
have a-
How about a
this was
scorching
not.
ray?
This was not my.
You have a
this is
museum
not my-
apparatus.
You have a Misium apparatus,
I do
which
have
means
a
you
Misium
definitely have a
apparatus, so I-
disintegrate up your sleeve.
So I could definitely do. Yeah, I could definitely cast disintegrate. First things first, because why not? Sim's gonna try and cast hold monster one more time.
All right.
If your sim is about to vanish, you are probably going to lose concentration on that pretty quickly. Maybe you should do that one. But then you
I
can't Misium
currently-
apparatus disintegrate. But
Right,
Sim
and
has
I'm
other stuff that they can
currently-
do.
I
Yes, but
currently
Sim's about
have
to
the.
die.
Sim's not about to die.
Mine's not. Mine hasn't taken the damage yet.
Yeah, but
Mine's only taken the.
it's also
bloody
going to have
wounds.
to make a con save. Yeah, but it's
True.
about to, at the end of your turn, take extra damage from the bloody wounds, which is it at 6 or 12
it's
on
at
the
6.
simulacrum?
That's 6.
Is that 6?
Yeah.
So it should be fine.
It should be fine. I think we're gonna be
Yeah.
okay.
Average DC of the con save is 10 still, so it should be fine.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So hold monster is gonna be the action. Bonus
Okay.
action
Alright.
is gonna be more of the
Unsettling words. Okay, what are you
Yes.
doing first?
unsettling words first, and
Okay,
then the
roll, and then I will subtract.
Cool. That's a 3 this time.
Okay, -3. Last legendary resistance. It is growing tired of having to break through these restraints. It is out. However, upon you removing its last legendary resistance, something does trigger.
Okay.
An erupting flame bursts from its flesh. If you end your turn within 10 feet of it, you will have to make a con save. You
Okay.
take extra damage and extra effects.
How far am I from it right now?
You're about 30 feet. You're good.
Cool. So if I close the distance to get within 10 feet, and at the end of my turn move back up 10 feet, I'm still 20 feet from it.
Yes, you will provoke an opportunity attack potentially, unless it wants to use its reaction for something else, maybe like a counter spell. But
We'll find out.
yeah,
So I can cast to clarify, I can cast a leveled spell through the Mizium apparatus, and I can do a cantrip as bonus action, or
no, you can do a
vice
bonus
versa?
action.
No,
You
I
can
do a
you-
bonus action spell and then a cantrip.
Yes,
That's okay. Just needed that quick.
but you already
reminder.
have Spirit Shroud up. So what would you like
Yep,
to do for your
that's-
action?
Do we want to give a shoot off a disintegrate and see what happens?
If you've got Spirit Shroud up, you might be better off. Are you able to transmute spells in any way?
We're about to find out.
Transmute spell, maybe in meta magic options.
Yeah,
Yes, I do. Yes, I can.
you can. You can
Can you
transmute
cast a
spell.
that deals
Okay,
a
in
type
that
of damage
case,
from-
you
Yes.
probably want to spend one of your meta magic points to Scorching Ray and then change it to another sort of damage, maybe thunder damage, just to be on the safe side.
Cold.
You could go cold. It also things with fiery things sometimes have cold resistance for
Very,
weird reason.
very true.
But
Te-
so like thunder is
Teaching moment. Thunder's one of the best damage types in the game.
Cool. Then
Yeah.
we will. Then.
So, you can transmute the damage type. If you upcast this really high, stacking Spirit Shroud on top of that is going
Yeah.
to just do a crap ton of damage all at once.
Yeah.
Cool. Then do we? Scorching Ray, 8th level.
That's
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
an option.
Yep. Get within 10 feet of this thing. Scorching Ray, 8th level.
All right, you rush up. You cast your Scorching Ray at 8th level. That is 9 Scorching Rays. You transmute it to thunder damage. These beams of percussive energy pulse out. Roll those 9 attack rolls, please.
Beauteous. Alrighty. 1. How many d20s do I have? 2.
Roll them one at a time. You don't
Okay.
need to roll them all at once. Just-
Okay.
Just tell me the attack rolls first, and we'll do the damage second.
All right. My Scorching Ray plus to attack. That's 24.
Hits.
That's a 13.
That
That's a nat
misses.
1.
So AC was 20, wasn't it?
It's 20, yeah.
Yeah.
That misses. I don't do anything with nat ones.
25.
Okay, 25. That hits. So that's 3 hit. That's 3.
Natural 20.
I forgot one
Crit?
of mine was a crit before.
Another 1. All right. We're using a different die.
Okay, that's a miss.
So that's a miss. That is a 18. Misses.
Miss.
That is a dirty 20.
That hits.
And let me know how many I have left to go. That's a 16 plus 12 is 28.
That hits. One more.
That is 8 plus 12. That is another dirty 20.
Nice. So that is in total 6 hits, and one of them is a crit. And so you have a
Beautiful.
fifth. You cast Spirit Shot at 5th level. Each
Yep.
each Scorching Ray is 2d6. So that is going to be. 2d6. I'm just gonna help you do the math because I know this is.
Lovely. Thank you.
I know that math is hard. D6. So 12d6 from the base Scorching Ray. You did
Yep.
1 crit. That's 14 d6s. Now for the Spirit Shrouds. It's an extra 2d8 per hit. So that is 12d8 base. One of them was a crit. 14d8. So in total, roll 14d6 plus 14d8.
All right, so let's do the 14d8 first. Okay, let's give that a second. All right, 14d8 is 61 damage.
Okay, now roll those
And
d6s.
14d6 is... So as this is happening, Fata's simulacrum is whispering the dissonant words. That is another 49 damage. 61 plus 49.
110 on the
That
nose.
worked out weirdly well.
110 on the
110.
nose. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Alrighty.
as Fata just reaches up into the sky and just calls thunder down, calls lightning down upon this guy. Nice.
All right, it just boom, a loud thunderous roar. Fata making a scene. Fata, it is now the end of your turn, correct?
Yep.
All right.
Yep, I'm rolling those 66.
I mean, if it wants to expend its reaction, it could always, like, absorb elements or something.
Why would it?
If it wanted to use its reaction, maybe.
No. All right.
All right, that 66 is gonna be 23.
23. All right, your simulacrum has taken 23 damage. Reminder, simulacrums have half of your health.
Okay.
Did your simulacrum do the hold monster it was going to do?
It failed.
Did. It failed,
Oh,
but it used up its last
Is
legendary resistance.
Right,
Oh,
which is
right,
why
right.
it's now spurting a flame out of its chest. So as that all happens, the flame bursts out of its chest, and Fata immediately
Backs up.
bamps back 10 feet.
Okay, that is
And is
now
20 feet away.
Okay. So 23 damage. You now have 12 bloody wounds. All right, legendary action. This thing is going to it's realizing it's losing this fight. It's not dealing enough damage. It's been hit with Spirit Shroud, so it can't regain health. It's going to do something a little drastic.
Okay, drastic is interesting.
So I need everybody to make a dexterity saving throw.
Is this a spell?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait, that was...
Shit. Yeah, that's not good.
That's an 8 and a 13.
That is an 18.
I have a
and
plus 2 to
9.
dexterity. This is not my stat, okay?
That is an 18 for
I
me
feel-
and 9 for Sim.
18 and
Personally
9.
attacked every time this comes up.
DC was 21. So
Fuck.
this thing expends
Oh,
its
is it ma-
this thing
Is it making an attack?
No.
Oh, okay.
It expends its own hit points. 50 of them to be precise.
Oh. Okay.
And it consumes its own flesh to burn you all further.
Can Sim use their reaction to Hellish Rebuke this?
It's not an attack. Well, if you're taking damage, yes. You could potentially.
Oh, but it's gonna be fight.
Let me, as soon as I just figure out the exact damage, so that's...
I'm not gonna do that.
Oh, wait. Ooh, is it worth it?
Okay, so the initial damage of this is 36, but it expended 50 hit points. So 36 plus half the expended. 36 plus 25.
I wouldn't be able to use Convergent Future at this point, right? I would have had to use it when I made the roll.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
61?
61
should've thought
fire
about that.
damage. 61 fire damage as it consumes its own flesh to scorch you.
Yep, Sim is down. Sim's gone.
Did you name yours Sim as well, or
No,
did
I
you just-
thought that's who you referred to. I'll have to come up with a different name for Fata's.
You can't just copyright the first syllable of simulacrum.
Yeah, I can. It's Sim's name.
That's funny. Make sure you make those concentration saves on Spirit Shroud and whatnot. DC 30.
Okay.
For concentration.
Do you know what I need to remember
my
is
con
that
save?
I have advantage on against spells and magical effects. That's what I need to remember.
Yes, you
actually.
should. Yes, you really should.
Yeah. So I physically cannot make this. I just learned because I rolled a 19 and a natural 20, but the natural 20 got me to 29. So DC 30. I fail.
Unfortunate.
Thank you.
You fail.
Thank you.
All right. Sorry. What modifier am I adding?
You add
to
your
my...
This is effectively a Constitution saving throw.
Could I? Because I remembered
Okay.
it now. Could I
We have advantage.
do the
right?
advantage?
Yes. Well, you have Warcaster, so yes.
Yes. All right.
Huh?
Because I remembered it now, could I roll the second
26.
roll for advantage on the deck save? Oh,
Sure. But notice this is me being kind.
this is you being very kind. It's probably not going to help me. It didn't help me.
It
Okay.
did not help me either.
Cool. Okay.
And no, 20. I rolled a 26.
Okay.
There was a 10% chance I was
your,
going to get
your
that.
Spirit Shroud drops. That was its legendary action, I believe. As its action, it's going to look at a target. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Dealer's choice.
Pick me!
That's true. You did just hit it with the most damage, so it's gonna swing at you.
Cool.
I didn't hit it with the most damage.
The most recent damage.
Yeah,
Most
most
recent
recent.
damage.
All right. It takes its spear and it goes for a combo. 31.
Cool.
30. 33. 24. Do any of those miss?
No, but on one of them, because I feel like at this point it's worth it. Can I use the thing which I can't find right now?
Cloud Rune? Is that what you're thinking of?
No. It's right here. Convergent Future. When you or a creature you see within 60 feet of you makes an attack roll, an ability check, or a saving throw, you can use a reaction to ignore the die roll and decide whether the number rolled is the minimum needed to succeed or one less. Your choice. When you use this feature, you gain a level of exhaustion. Only by finishing a long rest can you remove a level of exhaustion.
You may use that.
Right.
You may use it on one of
Cool.
them.
I'm gonna use that on one of them.
Okay.
'Cause
Excellent.
They all hit. So I will take a level of exhaustion for the moment.
Okay, so 3 of these, 3 hits.
2 of them hit because
Yes.
one of them yes. All
Okay.
right, so 2 of them hit.
So, how'd you use it twice?
You said you attacked 3 times.
I attacked 4 times, 3 hits.
Okay, then yes, 3 of them hit.
Yeah. Okay. 28. 29. 20.
Oh, God. Oh, us.
Oh god. 28.
77 damage total.
Okay.
As this thing lays into you with a spear.
Yep.
All right.
That hurts.
That brings us to Viari. Your turn.
Amazing. All right, so Sim is not 12d6. This is not ideal. I am going to go ahead and I'm going to cast Hold Monster on it and then turn that into my bonus action. And then with my action, I'm going to use my Minor Wish ability, which is not technically casting a spell. It is recreating the effect of a spell. So therefore, I can recreate the effect of a leveled spell despite having cast spell as a bonus action.
Yes, your Minor
I'm
Wish.
explaining this for the audience because I know you know how this works.
Okay.
I also know what the comment section is like.
That's very valid.
So I'm going to heal myself again for 70.
Okay.
And it needs to make a DC 24 save against hold monster, which I believe is a wisdom save.
Yes.
As it hasn't made a save since I whispered, has it? Since my unsettling words.
No, it did. It made the save. It made against your save, and it failed as a result. Right.
Right. Yes. It
And
did.
in this case, I got an 18 plus 10. That is a 28.
A 28. That is rude. I'm not gonna lie.
I rolled well. I rolled well. I'm sorry.
All right. Okay. Well, Sim is. I still heal for 70, which is good. But Sim is going to go ahead and bonus action Spirit Shroud, action Eldritch Blast. This is only going to be 4 attacks. This is unfortunate. I probably should have just gone in for damage, but this is how it be sometimes. Okay, so all of those are going to hit because the minimum that I need to hit is a 7 and the lowest there was a 9. So all of those, that is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 8d8 plus 20 for Agonizing Blast. 52 plus 20, that's going to be 72 points of damage from Sim, and that is our turn. Sim is going to take the 12d6 worth of damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Roll. To everyone, that's also another spell slot from Sim. That's 41. They need to make a concentration check.
DC 20.
DC, yeah, 20. They fail, they lose Spirit Shroud, and that 41 points of damage brings them to 62 points of damage. They are still up.
They have
3 hit points.
They have 24 bloody wounds.
Amazing, thank you. That's very good to know.
Creepers.
I really needed that.
That is your turn?
Yeah.
All right.
We need to focus on damage.
Legendary action.
Oh, okay.
Is it gonna cast?
No. It is gonna throw its spear at Sim. Your Sim in particular, because
Mine is
Fate is
gone.
dead.
Theta 2.
Amazing.
No.
That is an 18.
That is gonna hit Sim.
That's unfortunate because that's a nat 1.
No. Oh no.
Thanks. Thank you. Thanks, Offbeat. Really appreciate it.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I knew you
Oh,
would.
God.
18, 20, 25, 26. 26 damage. Andy is restrained because it's impaled.
I see. I see.
And it manifests
great.
another spear.
So
in
we
its
can
hand.
probably safely say that 62 plus 26 is higher than 83. In fact, you might even say that it is approximately 5 higher than 83. Did I do the maths right, or did I fuck that?
What? I have no idea what you're talking about. If I'm being honest.
62 plus 20. Wait, how much was it? 26.
No,
It's
you're
a
right.
26
yeah.
damage.
You
Yeah,
did
yeah,
the math
yeah,
right.
yeah.
You did the math right.
Yeah. So Sim is dead.
88. Yep.
All right.
Sim's down.
All right.
Okay.
Lair action.
Ah,
Oh, for
okay.
Christ's sake.
I need con saves from the both of you.
Okay.
22.
22.
28.
One second. I did some math wrong earlier. I just need to make sure that doesn't affect anything.
Okay.
Oh yeah, because we're
Okay.
all still
No, it's
alive
fine.
actually.
So 28. And Yari, what'd you roll?
22.
28 and 22. All right. 22 makes the save.
Okay.
you know, the being wraps its spear on its shield, and these barbed wires lash out and thrash. And as they graze your skin, you manage to maintain your focus and your will as these barbs dig into your skin, but you manage to not leave any bloody wounds.
Oh. Okay.
Veda,
Yep.
it's your turn.
Hey, Viari, that disintegrates sound good?
That sounds really good. Just
Cool.
balls to the wall on damage right now. We just need to kill
Beautiful.
this thing.
All right, so bonus action.
You will fall this day.
Okay.
And
Roll that
I'm gonna
D6.
roll that D6. That's a 6, baby.
-6. Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay. And then yeah, I am going to Mizium apparatus sparks to life, and as the energy charges through into my hand, a green ball of energy compresses into a pinpoint and fires. And I need a dex save from you.
All right.
And that is going to be an 8th level disintegrate.
That's a 9.
Yes!
And no legendary resistances. Roll that
You already
damage!
used your 8th level spell slot, didn't you?
Huh?
Oh, you already
did
used your
too.
You already used your 8th, right?
Oh,
You used your scorching
Yeah,
ray.
sorry. So
Use your
7th level.
7th. Okay. Wait, you have to roll for that with your Mizium apparatus.
Yes, I do, don't I?
DC
So
is
the DC is twice
twen-
the spell's level. Sorry.
24. 10 plus twice the level, so 24.
Cool. 24.
Mm-hmm. And you're fine.
Beautiful. That is a 14 plus 16.
30.
So that is a 30.
Make it. All right. That
Um,
disintegrate goes off. Roll that fucking damage.
Beautiful. Alrighty. Let me look up disintegrate real quick. What? All right.
It's a 6th level
At
spell.
higher
base.
levels, 7th level or higher, 3d6 for increases by 3d6 for each spell level. So that is 13d6
Plus 40.
plus 40.
It's the plus 40 that really makes it.
It's very fun.
Does the plus 40 go up at all by
No.
upcasting, or it's just the 3d6?
It's just plus.
Okay.
It's just the 3d6.
Alrighty. 13d6. And we're just going to wait for that to load. As the energy is like culminating around Feda's eyes, his eyes glowing like a sickly green color. That is going to be 46 plus 40, which is 86 damage.
Actually, it is at this moment I would like to remind Fada that they do have the ability to make things fail saves. We've been forgetting about that.
Yes, you have. How would you like to do this, Veda?
Yes! The bolt of energy fires through the bursting torrent of flame that is coming from War's chest, cuts through as the flame extinguishes all of the magma and fire lowers and begins to grow cold as War coalesces into stone, and the crumbling cracks from the center of his chest outward as he just slowly turns to dust and crumbles. And Veda, holy shit! Ah!
I'm gonna turn to
Alright,
Luck.
Vianney!
Yeah!
The
I'm gonna turn to Luck.
mm-hmm.
That was so cool!
That was a lot of fun.
The crowd goes absolutely fucking nuts. They scream, they chant, they're like, mortal gods are awesome! And you just see spell slots, powers changing hands, items, they're just chucking them at each other as debts are being consolidated. Absolutely pandemonium, and Luck ever calm. Nice work. Congratulations on winning your debts.
I have like 5 spell slots.
That you do. And with that, we end tonight's stream.
Oh, beauteous. How many
Thank
hit points
you.
did you have left, Brooke?
Well, I got 2 heals worth 70
did.
hit points each from my simulacrum and I, so I ended that on 82.
I had 28.
Okay.
Yep.
Good no.
That was a close one, huh?
That was rough, buddy. I loved that though.
Hey,
That was
I
so,
said it
so
was a
good.
hard one. I pulled out some of my meaner tricks. I pulled out that hit point thing. that was
The
that was
bloody
rough.
wounds are such an interesting. Like, I love that. You
Yeah.
guys did a great
Oh.
job with that, both of you.
Obi came to me the other day and was like, hey, I have this mechanic that I've been working on that, like, what are your thoughts on it? And I sat there and said to their face, this sounds really cool, but I wouldn't start with 1 level of bloody wounds. I'd start with like 4 to 8 and make sure that like it was a real threat, because otherwise you're not really like being a threat. And then Offbeat was like, yeah, that's what I was thinking too. And I was like, I'm in danger.
Hell yeah, don't say.
Oh, that was great. Oh, that was a lot of fun.
Incredible. That was
Thank
great.
you all so much for watching tonight's episode of Paperwork Pantheon. Aside from all the tech issues and whatnot, please remember to show up next week when we actually have I need to check our schedule. But the next time we do this,
Everybody but me, I believe.
yeah, everyone but you. But we do have we do this every night at 8 p.m. Eastern. Please check the description and support me on Patreon.
Every night?
If
I did
Friday,
not agree to that.
What is wrong with my brain today? Every Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Every single Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Please remember to check my Patreon and support me on there. That is how I can continue to be a full-time content creator and make this every Friday, as well as other stuff on my channel that there's a lot of. Anyway,
like the cool new monster stuff you've been doing.
yeah,
Wow.
I've been working on a new one that's coming out soon.
Wait, really?
Mhm.
Yeah. Passing it over to Brooke. Why don't you plug stuff?
Hello, my name is Brooklyn Tuesday. You can find me mostly on TikTok and Instagram. I don't have anything else to plug, but I will. And Offbeat's in it. Pat is not yet.
Eventually.
Yeah, you'll be in the 3rd one, but it's a series of like shorter campaigns. So I get to rotate my cast. I get to like kick players out, bring them in as I please. So
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fun. It's quirky.
yeah,
Pat.
you guys.
Quirked up
Cry a lot.
life-wise. Oh goodness. Yeah, hi everybody. My name is Patrick Keefe. I am an actor. I am a voice actor. I do D&D for a living. And I will unfortunately not be joining these wonderful folks next week because I will be doing that, and I will be a DM on the wonderful Satine Phoenix's Satine's Quest cruise. You can find me
I'm
at that
sorry,
great...
you're doing what now?
I'm gonna be on a D&D.
No, I know.
cruise.
I just wanted you to realize how cool it is.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The fact that I play D&D like for a living, like that's part of my career. It's freaking weird.
It's wild.
I'm still learning how to play at 20th level, as we have seen this evening.
It's a steep learning curve, but
It
you're
is a steep
you're
learning curve.
doing a
We're-
great job.
We're doing our best.
You're already managing like keeping track of your simulacrum stuff pretty good. You're getting there. That's like you'll get there. You know, I
Yeah.
believe
Also,
in
you're
you.
running a
absolutely.
sheet that someone else designed, which is
Yeah,
always
it's
like,
always a little bit
challenge.
it's always a little bit weirder. And also, Brooke makes sheets that really heavily rely on keeping track of things more than I do. So it's like a different
Yeah.
style of play.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
gonna be, but we're learning it as we go along. But anyway, you can find me at That Great Gentleman everywhere on the internet. Also, the Writers Room, where we play the TTRPG 7th Sea, highly narrative, fully like I was gonna say VFX. There's sound effects and everything like that, so it's a fully produced like podcast. But we are playing a TTRPG as well. It's all pirates all the time.
Excellent. And with that, thank you all so much for watching once again. This has been Paperwork Pantheon. Tell your friends and get the fuck out of my house. Good night.